What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at
Some live cash hands from Brian, and then some live cash hands from Scotty.
So he straddles here. This is the same player. I open to 15. I'm getting a lot of folds, so I don't feel like I need to open to the larger size as I normally would probably open to 20 here.
Mhm.
Um, so he calls, and then we get 6-6 deuce. So he checks. I I bet small. Let's get him to raise off his strong hands and call with his weak hands. So he calls here, and then we get this turn. So when he checks to me again. So I think that like his range, I think he has a slight bit of traps with sixes, but I think he's going to raise off a lot of those now. Like I'd seen him trap one street with sixes, but he will raise them off on the turn. So I think he still has 6x, and then he's got like a lot of, I think he's got a lot of like gut shots and straight draws, maybe even, he's got, I mean, he's gonna float so wide. I've seen him float so wide that he can really just have a ton of different hands here. So I'm gonna go after, and he's not folding. He doesn't fold a lot of his draws to, I mean, he wants to see the next card. So I think I can go kind of big here to target his draws, but I'm kind of in the spot here where I still want him to raise off his 6x. So if I go too big, I think he may just continue to just call with 6x if I go big. But I also want to charge draws to see another card, and I think that he has a lot of those as well.
I have a question
So
on one piece of that logic. So you want him to raise off his 6x so that you on the river, so you know you're clear on the river, but that's normally when you need to bluff the river big. Your river size bet, if he calls this, is not going to be huge. It's going to be a value bet. To
yes.
try to keep him in. So because that next bet is going to be small,
Hmm.
maybe you don't need to go small on this. Because
Okay.
you're going to fold to his check raise now, and you're going to fold to his check raise on the river.
So
So
maybe go big, yeah, go big here, and then on the river we can go small for value.
go as big as he will call pocket fives, 4-5, 7-7-5s, and 7-8.
Yeah.
All those. What will those call? If you get raised at that size, you're folding anyway.
Hmm.
But but if he slow plays a six here, your river bet isn't going to be 2x pot or something like that. Where, oh gosh, I ran into it. Your river bet's going to be a nice, reasonable sort of half potty kind of thing. And if he raises it, you're going to fold. So that's my thought.
Yeah.
Go on.
Actually, I think that's really
Yeah.
that it's a good
Yeah.
that's a good process there. So I go. See, this is kind of in between. I don't, this was still, I don't think it's super in between because I was kind of actually had a thought process behind it, which I actually like your thought process better. Now, when we think about it, the thought process was that this is a sizing I can still get him to raise off his sixes with, and then, and still, but I think I agree with you that it should just be, okay, let's remove a lot of his 6x that didn't check raise here, and then just go big here and fold to a raise on the river.
Right. And
I
the
think,
funny
yeah.
thing is, when you said, so I want to go small, so he does it, the size I was going to recommend for the big was like 45, 50,
Oh,
55. Anyway, that was big.
yeah,
I
no.
didn't mean overbet because we're
Oh,
trying
okay.
to get called because we're trying to get called by, you know, 4-5. We're trying to be
Hmm.
called by gut shots, pocket fives, pocket sevens,
Yeah,
pocket fours. And that really is around 50 to me, not, those are starting to fold to 90.
they should. You're right.
Yeah. So it's really funny. Okay. So go on.
I would say my bigger size here would have been like 60, 65, though. It wouldn't have been significantly bigger.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the 45, I thought 45 kind of accomplishes what I want
Yeah. See,
here.
I thought you were going to go like 30, 35. And I was going, no, no, no. Go 50, go 55. So you have 45. Great. Go on.
He calls,
Great.
and now we get here to a seven. So 4, 5 gets there, 8, 7 gets there. It doesn't really matter though.
Doesn't get there.
Um,
This is
yeah,
good.
I mean, it kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
gets there, but not really.
Yeah.
So now he donks into me for $60. And there's a lot of times here I actually tanked a while here because I was trying to run through it and I was like, okay, I was like, he didn't check raise the turn. So I discounted a ton of six. So I don't think he has a ton of six X here. But when he donks out, I think that he like that you would think this is a lot of six X and straights. But then I was running through it and I was like, six X. I think that a lot of his six X probably just goes for the check call when the straight comes in. The
Mhm.
way that a lot of them play, that this is going to be a check call, and then that his straights go f- go way bigger than this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So like I actually tanked for like 2 minutes. And I was like, I mean, it's only a $60 bet, but I was like, I'm not wasting money against players that I think I know how to play against. So I do call here because I was just like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I think 6X is going to check back a lot of time. I think is going to just check call a lot of the time. And I think the straights are just going to go bigger for value here. So I did actually end up calling here and he shows
Yeah, this is a
ace
great
queen on.
this is a great
Yeah.
um yeah, sometimes you lose and there and pot odds exist and the sometimes is lower than the two not than 273 divided by 60.
You didn't think about click raising?
There's that's there too, but
Well, what
but
do I
so
get
much
from
less.
click raising?
Sometimes he calls you with an 8. Sometimes he calls you with 7-8.
But
It
how
doesn't
often
make
does he
sense,
ever
right?
donk lead? Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but why would he ever donk? Like I just don't think he's ever donking an eight here
Yeah,
or
but
anything like.
look in that hand. That hand has showdown value, and he's donking. You don't think he's gonna donk with an eight? I
No,
think
I
I
think he's
think
just gonna
this
check call.
I think this guy will.
Yeah. But Sam, remember, I don't think you're wrong that there's some money in the click raise, but I don't think it's profitable because of how much of the hands that you beat he does fold. So I think there's a portion of his range that calls your 60. I think there is a portion, and it's not huge. I think there's a portion of his range that raises you, and it's not huge. So I agree with both those, but I'm not confident at all that the call is bigger than the raise.
I mean, the classic is that if you raise here in position on river, for it to be profitable, you have to get called by worse 50% of the time.
Right.
And it's
And
hard to see how that happens on this texture.
Right. And you have to, when you get re-raised, it has to always be big. It has to always be better than you when you fold it.
And this is also a
Should
play,
never be
and
a bluff.
Sam, I have made that play as a bluff against him though, where I've played this guy before, and he donked into me on the river one time, and I had ace high, and basically when he donked, I was kind of in the position of he has showdown value. Like I had king high actually, and he has showdown value or something like decent, but his sizing told me that it just wasn't a super strong hand, so I jammed on it and he folded and he actually ended up folding top pair on that one. I mean, like I've forced this guy to fold some decently strong hands. So I just don't think that when I go for the raise here and he calls, I'm ever
Yeah,
getting
so
called by a worse hand.
yeah, so it's the same thing, right? You jam, so he folds top pair. So he's doing the same thing. He's giving you a sign that it's not a strong hand. Why not? I would strongly consider click raising. Like I would consider everything. It's
I
like
agree. That's the one that I agree with. When you said you tanked for 2 minutes, I was hoping that you were tanking between deciding whether you should just call or whether that sizing tell was enough for you to raise. That was the decision, and I thought the decision of just call was the better decision. Um,
and
but
sometimes he has
yeah,
If I was gonna raise, I was kind of in the position of am I turning my hand into a bluff now or not? I didn't
no some
I
oh
was I was
would he
kind of
not have
like
like 7-8?
I'm saying it's possible that he has I just don't think so like a lot of the time like a lot of the reasoning that
I
got me
didn't see
here.
the pre-flop action.
It's a straddle I raise. He defends a straddle. Get to here. He checks. I go small. He calls. Now I go slightly bigger. He calls. Now he donks for 60. So basically, when I get to this spot, I'm like, so a lot of times river donks on not changing cards are under bluffed. But when I'm sitting here, like breaking it down, nothing makes sense about it. Like, hey, if I got there with my 4-5 or my somehow got here with my 9-10 or something like that, and I now like he's never taking the size, he's going to go bigger. And then his 6X after going check call, I think a lot of it's just going to check call on a straightening card like this. And when it does, I think that even the 6X might go bigger than this as well. So I was just kind of like, what the hell? Like if that, I mean, this is at least my thought process. Maybe my thought process is wrong, but I just don't think any of his strong hands are going to come out and lead here. So like whenever I raise, I feel like I would raise here with, I would consider raising here with, a like a king high or something like that with a some sort of missed draw. But when I was sitting here, I was just like, it just doesn't make sense. Nothing made sense, so I called.
Well, the sizing is off for what he's representing.
Yeah, that's the main thing is that this just doesn't make sense. The $60. I was like,
Yeah,
this doesn't make sense.
He's
I,
setting.
I'm not I'm not saying that click raising is better or anything. I'm just simply putting that it seems like this opponent, the sizing is pretty accurate. Um, the bigger sizing means it's a polarized range. This kind of sizing seems like a
Hmm.
middle of the road kind of strength hand.
I
So
this this
so
size.
You know
therefore,
what?
I
Yeah,
would
actually,
consider.
yeah, I do agree with you now, actually, that it looks more like I'm setting my price with an eight type of hand
It
Or
looks
than
maybe
exactly.
pocket
It looks
than a
exactly
pure
like
fours.
bluff.
5-7 to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
It looks
pocket
exactly
fours,
like
pocket
5-7 to me.
fives kind of stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Uh,
I agree with that. That's maybe I can go that. Yeah, obviously in this situation, it turned out to be a total air ball, but I think a lot of the time this can just be I'm setting my price with an eight or a seven, and I don't want to get raised. But if I make raise for the right
and
size, I can maybe get called here by a
and the
weaker
fun
hand.
and the funny thing is, like when you click it to 100 here, you're pretty much never gonna get jammed on, even if he has a straight. Like
Yeah, no, he's worried about a boat.
they're just fucking worried about a boat.
Yeah,
So
I mean, the one time I jammed on someone with the nut flush went on a paired board, and he was like, "I can't believe you jammed. You, I could have had a boat." And I was like, "You didn't play like you had a set at any point during the hand, so why would I be worried about that?" But yeah, yeah, a lot of the players they just don't play their hands strong enough, as strong as they are. But yeah, so yeah, no, actually, I think there's some merit in that. And I think a lot of the time here that this could actually be a middling strength type of hand, and there could definitely be some value in clicking to 120. Yeah,
yeah,
I think it's a good thought.
yeah.
With the
I just always want to think.
right now with this SPR.
I didn't get to that point. I thought of like I'm basically going down. Did I give him rope? I'm like, no. Does he have like? I was just running through every. Is he capable? Yes. I'm running through, and then I'm like basically running through his combos, and I was like, this just doesn't make sense with any of his value combos. So
Remember, there's one more step on that bluff capturing checklist that's always there, which is should I turn my value hand into a bluff? That's always there.
yes,
Um, and but the one that we didn't go is should I turn my showdown value hand into a thin value raise? And one
yeah,
of the reasons that the answer is often no here is that if you go with the other theory, and this means that he's got to be capable of bet three bet bluffing, and we
no,
assume he's not. But that is then the Matt Affleck rule comes in, and at the Matt Affleck size, you're pot committed. If
yeah.
so,
No, we're not.
If
let's
I
fix it
re-race and
quickly.
he jammed on me, I don't care how much little I have behind. I'm not calling.
Yeah,
There's no chance of me calling.
right.
There's no pot committed. That's just like
I will
No,
happily
but
save my
but you have to think.
$75 or whatever it is.
Yeah, but you have to picture that in your mind and say, I know that I should. Am I going to at that moment do it, or am I going to look down at $400 in the pot and $60 in my hand and go, no, I'm going to fold this. I trust my read that much.
I
And the
would
answer
trust
for you is
myself
yeah.
enough in that
Good, good.
situation that I'm
Then you
going to
get
lay it down.
then you do get to make the move. I don't think I would do it in this situation, and I expect that you're going to be shown a lot of hands that you beat here, and I think a lot of them are folding. And it's those two.
Okay.
It's the a lot versus a lot size. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So we get. I only play pocket nines. If you want to
Right.
exploit me, it's the only hand I play.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy splits his range, plays face up. So I'm actually in a weird spot where
Yeah.
he is. I don't really want to three bet, but I'm okay with playing some bingo because I mean, he's got, I would say at weakest ace king because he only has opened. I've seen him not open king queen, like ace jack, all these hands just limp calls. And then open. So, and that was always queens plus.
Okay.
So maybe jacks. I haven't seen jacks yet. So maybe jacks are in there. But I was like, let's play some bingo here.
Well,
Try, try and hit a nine. Or and I can also outplay him on flops where like I saw him flop. He had queens on a king high flop, and I was sitting there like he has queens. Like I was sitting there and watching the hand like this guy has queens 100% of the time here because
right.
he was just the way he played it was just I was like there's nothing else that makes sense. So
Your ability to outplay him, which I do not doubt, goes way down out of position. But go
it's
on.
true.
So just keep that in mind and go on.
So I go check. Now he bets 20, which when this guy folds, I think this guy's he's on the king high flop. He range bet his queens on a king high flop from in position and then basically check down, call off the river. And so I call here. So now we get something interesting. So it's actions on me, and he throws out $25 after betting 20 into the pot. So he throws out $25, and the dealer's like, yeah, actions over here. So I just check. And when he throws out the 25, I'm now turning this into a bluff because I'm pretty confident that he's never going 25 here with ace X or jack X. And I think that I can make him fold kings, queens, and basically anything else. So I check. He bets 25 and I re-raise to 125. Is this a little bit out there?
No, you're the best player in the world and you trust your read.
Well, we get it.
Yeah.
We get what we wanted here. And now I don't know what he has, but from what I've seen about his opening range, it's basically just queens, kings, aces, and obviously this just sizing is just not Jack X or Ace X, pocket aces or Jack X. So I was pretty confident that I was not ahead, but I am able to make him fold those hands. So it was an interesting spot, but
Do you read anything into the early bet or just the size?
um, I kind of read into it that. I read the size and that I mean he just seems jittery like as he's doing it. Like he seems like his brain is like he's not even he doesn't know what to do. It's like I don't know what to do bet. So $25
This is
is
the
what it
best.
seems.
This is the best hand played this week. It is not based on ranges, but based on those two tells. And you're supposed to follow those tells. And when you're wrong, you get to adjust them for later in your poker career. This is perfect.
Yeah. That's kind of when he did that, I was like watching because it was basically right after the turn comes, and then I'm sitting there like I haven't checked or anything, and like 3 seconds later, like he's a rec player for sure. I'm
Mhm.
looking at him, he's not looking at me, and he just like grabs like $20, $25, doesn't know what to do, and just like throws it out there. And then the dealer's like, "You're no, it's not your action." And then so then I went check, and then I raised to 125 because I just was like, "All right, sizing. He's just not going this sizing with any very strong hands, and his demeanor is so nervous right now, and like I don't know what to do. That I think I can just blast him off of everything."
Right.
So I thought that was the right spot to run it against him.
Now,
Um,
question. Uh, if he calls there and the river
I
is
shut down.
blank, you shut down. So this
Yeah.
is a one street bluff.
Yeah, I didn't know if he calls here, I'm gonna shut it down because
Okay.
I just don't when he calls because I think that jitteriness is like polarizing, honestly. That the jitteriness is I made a super strong hand and I don't know what to do, or I have kings or queens and there's an ace on the board. I don't know what the fuck to do. Here's $25.
Hmm.
I think those are like the two options between it. So if when he calls here, I think I just have to fold because I think it's always a very strong hand then. But everything led me to believe that it wasn't very strong when you go 25. I think even with your very strong hands, you're still going to go a little bit bigger than 25, even if
Got
you're
it.
like,
And one more question. Do you include any king queen suited in his range, in his squeeze range,
no,
in his ISO range? Okay, fine. All right,
no.
great.
When I
Okay.
watched him play, he just was so,
Okay.
he was just limping so many hands that just weren't.
Right. Okay.
Um, okay, so we got loose aggressive here.
Hmm.
Um, I raised to 40. He calls. We get this flop. He sits there, looks at me. I'd seen him make this play. Okay, he looks at me and then just jams $80 into it. And I was like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense because you're just,
Hmm.
it's a rainbow board. There's really not many draws going on here. Why, like, they know I'm an aggressive player that's going to bet. Why would you just, like, this is just like, I don't know what the fuck to do. So I actually tanked again. And when I broke it down, it was like, I didn't know if I had, like, when I was ranging, he also said to me, I think you have like nines or tens, and then threw $80 in. And I was sitting there, look, just jammed all in. And I just didn't, just nothing makes sense. Right?
I'm
Like,
calling here.
yeah, so I do call.
Yeah.
People are just spazzing against me this day. I don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck was going on. I don't know. I didn't even know what to think in this hand. I was kind of just like, just nothing makes sense here. So I'm calling. Like, this is just weird. And I
Okay.
was also, huh?
Oh, so we want to build a model of him in our head. This is what I think his thought process is here. Um, when he calls your raise and this may not be him because he may not be thinking this far ahead. When he calls your raise for half his stack,
Mhm. He's
right?
getting it in.
No, that he's going to jam anything without an ace or a king, maybe not a queen. That he's decided that's how he's playing his hand.
Yeah.
I quote put you on ace king, sometimes ace queen, sometimes king queen, and I'm jamming any flop that doesn't have an ace or a king in it. That may be
Okay.
his process
Yeah.
if he has one. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
generally the shorter they are, the more
That's
they kind of spaz.
Right.
That's kind of what I was thinking here
Right.
is that basically he's short enough that I think that he's like this could even be a pair of sixes that just jams or like pocket
Six.
sevens, stuff like
Yeah,
that. Like as
absolutely.
yeah,
Pocket fours, trying to
yeah,
get you to fold the ace king, and nine ten. No, pocket fours can get you to fold your equity off an ace king, and pocket nine and nine ten to try to get you to fold it, and so his bluff works. Both for the same reasons. He wants you to fold in both cases.
yeah.
It's like
This is just not value.
yeah, usually when that happens, when I know a guy who's short playing too many hands and they're not folding to three bets, and when they do this kind of thing, like he's betting pot size into bet pot size, I pretty much from pre-flop on, I wouldn't have any bluffs first of all, and then I would just not fold.
Yeah,
Like there's zero fold. Like
yeah,
when they like I just don't fold.
yeah.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
Nothing.
and by the way,
But
a jack does make sense here for him to play
yeah,
it
a
that way,
jack does make
Yeah, he
sense.
but
doesn't want an
so does
ace or a
everything
king to
else.
come out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So does everything else on this stack depth. So
That's basically what I was thinking. I was like, he has Jack X, and then he also has basically pocket fours, pocket fives, a pair of sixes, a pair of threes, a pair of sevens. He's got all of those hands that might do this. So I was like, I'm doing pretty good against those hands. So let's get the money in.
yeah,
I'm okay with it.
and you didn't even include 910 in that
Yeah,
range. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
so you're doing
exactly
even
like
so you're doing even better. Yeah,
yeah,
they they open and they don't fold, or
yeah,
they just do not fold
yep,
yeah.
to like single race.
yeah.
So
Okay,
fuck them.
right.
Okay, yeah. So we get this action. Um, do you guys want to call or four bet?
I certainly am not folding. Um, with that guy between,
Yeah, that's when they squeeze the most from the button.
yeah,
The range is the
So
widest. I think we have a
let me
squeeze
give
here.
you the information that only information that I know on this player is that I've been playing with him for 3 hours and I haven't seen three bet yet.
call,
Uh,
call.
yeah, you haven't seen him three bet, but it's still a guy calling in the middle, and he's using this kind of sizing, and he's on the button. I would
I feel
still,
like this sizing is super strong and super weird. Like it's either super strong or it's like not that strong. It's basically it's a polar sizing. Honestly, it's a weird
nah,
small sizing of 25 because a lot of people will do this with they just don't want anybody to fold when they have aces and
Yeah,
stuff like that. And then they also do it with, they might also do it with a weaker hand.
Yeah, I also like I see them do them more on the button,
It's
and
true.
yeah, like I really have to split it. Some players are like me; they kind of understand the value of aces, and sometimes they size down. Um, but in general, if I have not seen a guy play, like most of the time, reg players, when they do three bet, like the bigger size is the premium. That would be my default when I see things like this. So like even with 3 hours of play with this guy, I would probably just four bet here.
Four bet
Okay.
and then
I
fold.
don't hate it.
Four bet and then fold to a re-raise, or are you now? Or
Yeah. I'm if I
Yeah,
four bet, I'm folding.
okay, good enough. I'm calling. I'm calling here. Who is? Either say it out loud. Feel free to turn on your microphone to answer. Either Josh or PP, whose mics are off, feel free to do that. Or Brian, you can turn on your other mic. I don't know why you would. Who's four betting here? Or put it in the chat. Who's four betting? Who's calling? Or who is doing the massively exploitive mistake of a fold? And the reason it's a mistake is because he has done an undersized thing. Even if he has aces here, this is a good call. All right, Larry's
yeah.
I
Yeah,
calling.
no,
was gonna say I wonder
never
what
folding a
Larry.
pair. Yeah.
Right, good. Yeah, exactly. Good. Nobody's
Folding
folding.
it's out of the question.
Especially not jacks, man.
Yep. And anybody who is
I,
raising
I wouldn't
bigger
four
size.
bet. I wouldn't four bet. No, but
Good.
That's
I've seen they
that's
do this with this weird min raise with some crap, some weak hands. I've seen it. Like
Yep.
that's what
especially
I
taking
think is it's
But
exes
like
such.
probably not
it's
this guy. Probably
I
not
think
this
Yeah,
guy, because in 3 hours he probably got one of those hands.
it's kind of what's going through
I
my
would
head
just
is this
call.
is crap or very strong.
Yeah. Yep. So
I
Yeah.
would
So
just call, and if the other player comes along, fine. And hopefully
yeah.
just spike a set. We'll
Yeah.
see how it goes.
Yeah.
uh,
How much do Jacks hate being multi-way? Not that much.
nice call. And we're going three ways out of position. We get a monotone flop and we have the jack of spades. So I check. This guy bets 35, which is somewhat significant in this game. It's not massive. Like if he went, you know, 60, I would probably actually just fold right now because I think that that's just going to be extremely underbluffed and he's just going to have super top of range there. So he goes 35. What do you guys want to do? Raise, call, fold, take your pants off and roll around on
Call.
the
I
table.
would.
I'm calling 100. I'm calling 100% of the time here, and the thought in my head to soothe myself is I have not lost enough money yet with Jacks.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
That
a clear call.
yep.
Okay.
And you're going to lose sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, it was like if I raise here, I'm not getting him to fold and overpair. I think that he'll
Mhm.
just spaz jam and overpair, which isn't great.
Yep.
And I still think he has enough of his unpaired overcards in this and with containing a spade that are going to continue to bet on this flop.
Yeah.
So I call and now get the blank of blanks
Mm-hmm.
and I check again. He goes 45. Now, this is where I made a mistake. He does not have an overpair. His hand is not strong. This is not a good hand.
Is this never
45.
is this never an overpair without a spade? It's never
That was what was
spades.
going through my head. That
God,
was what was going through my head. He never has spades here. And
he
the
never has
question
spades.
is, yes, not that I'm not even, see, I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't say that I have the best hand, but I would say he is not confident in his hand, is
Yes.
basically what's going through my head, is that
Yes.
he does not love his hand that much. So
Yes.
now I'm running through the spot of, do I need to turn my hand into a bluff? I was like, I don't think I do. I think that his aces, kings, and queens go bigger on the flop than 35. So now when he goes 45, I think that he's drawing to a spade, which I probably should. He's either drawing to a spade or has a total air ball, which because he is capable. I've seen him run some bluffs throughout the day.
Yeah.
So I'm that's where I'm kind of in this conundrum of I think I have the best hand. I think that he goes bigger with his aces, kings, and queens on a monotone board on the flop.
Mm-hmm.
And now the question is, do I want to raise off to get him to call, like raise off against his flush draws or because a lot of his flush draw should be my flush draw, obviously. Like
Yeah.
they should beat my flush draw. So like, what do I want to do here? But then he also is capable of, I've seen him triple barrel. He's not gonna triple barrel to crazy sizes. But if I raise off now, he folds out all of his bullshit. He calls with his flush draws. And then maybe the only other hand I could think of is like pocket tens. Um,
And then he doesn't. If you race off here, he doesn't bluff the river, right?
yes, that's true. That's the other thing.
And
Yeah.
he's not gonna fold his. Like I see, I think a little differently. Like when I see the sizing, I actually think aces and kings with the spade is in there because I
What do you
tend to
think
see.
about this though?
Yeah, like this is the. It's the same thing. Like when I see this, I'm thinking because they're invulnerable, so that's why they bet a little smaller. If it's like red aces, they tend to bet a little bit bigger.
Okay, so here's 35, then 45, and you think that this is the sizing he likely takes with like aces or king with a spade?
I'm not saying him, but I'm just saying like from what I see, I
You're
have
not,
seen people take smaller sizing with aces and kings, particularly with the spade, because that
yeah, with the
hand,
draw.
yeah, that hand is invulnerable.
Okay.
So
Um,
so if
I
that's the
I'm not, yeah.
case, then there's no reason for us to raise. And you said he's capable of triple barreling.
So
So I
Yes.
guess
let me ask you a question. If I give him not a range, but I've given him one exact hand, I want to know what your hand wants to do against one exact hand. He has ace king with the ace of spades. What does your hand want to do against ace king with the ace of spades? I'm not going to tell you what he's going to do on the river, whether he's going to continue the bluff or
Who
not.
wants to raise?
Okay.
well, I mean, yeah, you just
Okay.
want to. Well, if you show
Yeah,
me his
like I
hand, I
would,
want to jam.
yeah, like
Okay.
I want him to play, I want to put all of his money in with
Yeah,
his
but you
flush draw.
can't.
Okay. No,
You
no,
can't do that though.
no, Sam, you didn't. I'm
Yeah.
asking the question differently. If the answer was I want to call and give him an opportunity to bluff the river, then you have an easy call because you've decided you wanted to call against the aces and kings, and now I'm giving you another big chunk of his range. If you wanted to play it differently, then you have to think further. That's why I was asking the exact hand.
Mhm.
He is not. We're not putting him on one hand. We're putting him on a range. But I wanted to. I want. We were talking about how he went against his. How does he played his aces, his kings, and his queens is the same thing, even though we didn't mention them. And now I was looking at what the other part of the range, which is ace king, and that's also ace queen and a lot of other hands like that. Okay. So with that in
Yeah,
mind,
that's
yeah.
so yeah, so like basically what's going through my head here is that he still has a little bit of overpairs, but I don't think I think guys are heavily downgraded here. Like I don't think they're taking these two
Right.
sizings. So I think we are generally ahead here, and I'm thinking, okay, we're up against air balls and flush draws a lot of the time. So air balls fold, flush draws will call a lot of money, but I still don't really want to raise off into his overpair that I'm not in the business of making these players make fold overpairs. So it's like if I raise off here, I'm like, what am I I kind of don't know what I'm doing if I'm raising off here. I'm like, am I raising off for value? I'm raising off for like two things. It's like I just don't I can't fully discount his overpairs. That's the main thing.
Yep.
Like Sam, you're right. Like when he takes these sizings, I'm still not fully saying he doesn't have queens, doesn't have kings, doesn't have aces. So I'm kind of like I think I just want to play what the I just want to play a bluff catching game here and evaluate his sizing on the river
Right.
Yeah,
is what I'm thinking.
especially when you say he's capable of, triple barreling.
Yeah, and he's
So
gonna tell me a lot with his sizing on the river when he does triple barrel. So I call here,
Good.
we get a six, which it brings in a one liner, but it really doesn't change anything. Um,
There's a one liner.
yeah, four. Oh no, never mind. I didn't even realize that. I thought there was
It's okay.
maybe.
One and two are very close to each other. They're very close
it,
to.
Yeah.
it's all right. Can't count.
Yeah.
Cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Okay.
So I checked to him, and now he goes 85. And I snapped this. That I didn't think this sizing was just I thought way off for I mean, I just don't think it's a flush. I don't think I just don't I don't know. I mean, I thought that I got here, with the idea that sometimes I'm behind queens or something, but I think a lot of the time it's just a total bluff.
Yep. And
And
also, you don't have to win a lot of the time. You only have to win some of the time for his sizing. Perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I just played bluff catch the entire day apparently.
Yeah.
And now here's a very interesting hand.
So now so go back 1 second in that hand. And
Yeah,
when we were talking about his side, about the regions, the jacks wants to raise against the ace king with the ace of spades. It wants to check call against the pocket aces with or without the ace of spades. And it you remember against that portion, meaning he doesn't want to raise it. And it doesn't want to raise against two overcards. So
yeah.
there's lots of the lobes of his range. A lot of your hand wants to call against a lot of them. Great.
Yeah, especially the guys who will, triple off with ace high, ace queen.
The guys who will triple off small.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
dude.
like that they triple off small. All right, good.
I
He
mean,
sucks because I if I was in his exact spot, I am ripping it in and putting myself in an absolute blender in that situation.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
yeah, it's like this
But they
is
they got
because
no
I
balls. That's the thing. That's what I've been telling them. They got no balls. Like, move all in. I dare you.
Yep.
yeah, I was about to say go all in here. I'm folding 100% of the time when he
Yep.
jams. Like,
Yep.
okay, so,
Exactly.
okay, so we have super loose aggro. He is opening 100% of hands.
Yay.
His VPIP is 100% with any two cards.
ISO.
We
Yay.
we are trying to ISO him all day. We
Yay.
flop top pair with a solid kicker, and he does this. Um,
Nuffle.
yeah, I'm just gonna call here, is what I'm thinking. So now he checks. And when he checks, I'm in the spot here where he just donked the flop for a significant sizing, but he's a little bit tipsy and he is a loose aggro player. What is his range? I think he has draws that didn't continue. Um, he's got like weak king X, he's got 10X, I think he even has 7X, stuff like that, that all would might do some weird shit like that. He also is not a big fan of folding.
Mhm.
Um, and I think that all of his, so I was also like, I kind of discounted, this might be, maybe I'm reading in a little too much, but I think I'm discounting this. I discounted a lot of combo draws and like spade draws. I put him on a lot of pair plus like straight draws with because I like he's an aggressive player. I don't think he's ever slowing down when he improves here on with a spade.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but he also doesn't like to fold. So I'm kind of in the position of I honestly I don't know how I feel about this because but he's not telling me he's not that strong, but he's not the folding type. He is elastic though. Like I think that
Yeah.
he will fold if I go like I think if he was just like there's a guy I played with last night that is not folding a pair whatsoever, I would jam on that guy right here. Like cuz he has something, he's calling me with it.
Right.
This guy he will fold, but he's not big on it. So he checks and I'm not sure how I feel about this sizing. I go 125 because I think that his 10x will still call this. And I think that technically, even though he's playing any two cards, he should have a lot of pair plus straight draws here. Um, and I don't think he's folding when he has any sort of extra equity with his pair.
Okay. Name
So
so when you say so on the flop, you can't have a pair plus a straight draw. They don't exist.
no, but now he can.
Now he can have specifically
10 8, 10 9. He
king,
could have
king
7
eight.
8, 7 9.
Yeah, those exist. Okay.
I think there's those hands. And I
Okay.
still think like he's to 125, he's not folding one street. He's a very egotistical
Right.
player
Right.
of I'm not going to let you push me
You can't
around.
push me around.
Yes. So, and honestly, I think that's where I'm kind of in between about this sizing because I'm like, what his range here is a lot of pairs. Now that I think about it, I actually like this sizing more because I think when I start to size up here, maybe I do actually start to get some folds. If I go to like 150, 160, I think I might maybe I do start to get some folds. Um, actually, I kind of like this sizing now. Now that I think about it, yeah,
I actually like the sizing.
Hmm.
yeah. I was kind of
I was gonna say somewhere between 100 and 125.
Yeah, I feel like if I
And
start going to 150, 160, like all that stuff, I think I start to get some folds. So I feel like this is probably the max I can get from, 10x, 7x, stuff like that with, or even like weak king X.
put a
He's
6 out there.
he's also calling you with ace for this size. If the way you described him, he's probably calling you with ace jack and ace queen here. Maybe not ace queen. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he four bet ace queen, but ace jack.
Yeah,
Ace jack.
I think that's possible.
Yeah. Ace jack.
And
Ace nine even. Okay.
so he calls.
Okay.
We get the ace of spades on the river. Here's another nugget I know about this player. I watched him catch the caught a straight on the river, donk jammed. I saw him catch top pair on the river, donk jammed. So
Yeah, and if he donkey fold.
Right.
he
And
checks.
when he doesn't,
I have the best hand, like 100%
Yeah.
of the time here. And I'm trying to think. I think his range is crippled, and this is where I don't like my sizing. I think here I need to go super weird and go for like
Small.
$75. Yes, no, I hate what I did here. I put it in,
yeah, you
and I
jam.
think I think I should go for like 75 is what I think I should be doing here.
You should go 35
Now I think he'll call 75 with a 10.
and have him put the rest of them in.
That's true. Yeah, that's actually that was the one thing, and I didn't know if I wanted to open myself up to a check raise, but I also would if I would have thought about it a little bit longer, I would have came to the conclusion that he's never checking a straight, he's never checking his ace that just got there, he's never checking a flush that just got there. He's donking all those hands, so I have the best hand, so let's try and induce it from him and go like $30 here. That's a good thought. I
Yeah.
like that.
Or bet 55, 60, 75, get called by queen 10.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's so I think I don't like this. I think that like even though yeah, I have 180 left and there's 450-ish in the pot, like it seems like you can't really go wrong with jamming. I think I need to reconsider at the end and down bet here that he's super crippled and his range is not very strong when he does this, and that I need to just be like targeting super thin for value.
Right now, there's one thing you put in your read that pushes me towards betting 20 or 30, really small,
Hmm.
insultingly small. And that is you said he might have been drunk. And,
Yes, he
and
was.
drinking affects people, it disinhibits them in a way that if he's, because remember, all the other descriptions you got, you can't push me around, all those others will lead to a thought from the other person of, oh, yeah. And
Yeah,
that's what tips him over. Plus, it still makes it easiest to get any value from a 10, pocket nines, a stupid seven.
yeah,
60 they might call, they might not call, jam, they might call, they might not call. 30, they're a person who's been drinking is gonna do one of two things. They're gonna go, fuck it, it's $30. Or they're gonna go, fuck you, it's $30. And
yeah.
since you're willing to put in the 180, since you're not folding to the check raise, that would push me towards the non-Affleck insult. All right, good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that my only that kind of thing was that with the like, is this like really thin? Like,
Super
like too
thin.
thick.
It's super thin. But once you were willing to put in the 180, because remember the 180 gets called by a bad ace. Not doesn't he has it, and then you lose. You were willing to put it in for that. You
Hmm.
were willing to put it in against the weirdly played flush, very weirdly played flush. Um, and so at that point, since you're willing to put in the 180, and we've decided that he has check raise spazzes, I think you violate all the rules and against this guy in this hand, and you do your. And I completely agree that the 50-60 is a decent bet to try to get them to call and get that extra $30. But I would rather bet $30 and leave 30 on the table for the opportunity for him to spaz and the opportunity to make sure I get called by a 7 for 30. Whereas 60
Yeah.
probably is calling a 10 for 60, probably. He might
Okay.
not, but he's definitely calling it, in my opinion, for 30 and 20. All right.
Okay. Yeah, this guy had a target on me for the rest of the night, and I ended up
Right.
stacking him like 4 times. It was great.
Good. Good. And by the way, that's only a combination of two tells: personality type and alcohol. Both
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
be they both be together for I think that to be the right play. All right. Here we go. I will, no, don't do that. Take some hands. So in this losing session, my losses came from, it would have been a winning session if I had folded the aces on the river. I didn't need to fold them. I don't think I needed to fold them on the flop, to the raise. Maybe fold them on the turn, but on the river, because I'm saying this, magnifying my own thing. I bet 30, I bet 30 or something like that. He raises me to 200. I can fold there or I can call once. He bets 400 on the turn. I can fold there or I can call, but the river bet to get it all in is 900. So I make a $200 mistake, a $400 mistake, and then a $900 mistake. And that's what I feel bad about, was my $900 mistake. And then the other hand I lose was a 6 offsuit to 4-3 offsuit. So, and for another $1,000. So I'm fine with that. When that hand comes up, you'll see. So there we go. Now we got jacks. What happens here? All right.
You're in the
Jiggity.
straddle.
We're in the straddle. We are a raise on the button. We are going to 3-bet this, right?
Yep.
What size are we going to 3-bet to? Let's go. Josh, what size do you want to 3-bet to? Or do you want to call here? You're not allowed to fold.
No. He's allowed to fold.
I guess 180 or something like that.
Sounds good. I like that.
190.
I like it.
Yeah.
I do 160. Both are good. All right, we get called. King, 9. What do you want to do, Josh? King, 9. You got jacks out of position.
I guess I would bet like 100. I don't know.
I like that. I also like check. I think both those are good lines here. You don't have a club. I check. He bets 130 into 327. What would you like to do?
Cool.
Oh, by the way, let me ask you a question. Do you ever check here? Do you ever take the check line?
Well, yeah, I do, but
Okay.
I just feel like when you check, they immediately think, oh, he doesn't have a king. I can start bluffing him.
Good.
You know?
Yep.
But,
Excellent. I just want to make sure, if you never check here, then I'm not going to put you on the spot. In this case, you took the check line. He bet 130 into 320 into 330. What would you like to do? 320. There's a
cool.
Okay, we call. Good. 8 of clubs. What would you like to do?
Check.
I agree. He checks behind. River.
Great.
King.
Oh. So when he checks behind, okay. Yeah, I guess we can go 350 or something.
Okay. Targeting getting called by a 9, getting called by the 10s, and losing that amount of money to pocket queens that he probably doesn't have. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. I go the full 350. What was your size?
He said 350.
350.
Oh, great. Okay, good.
Yeah.
That was my question. Size. All right. People who are taking the check call line here, what's your size on the river? Anybody else?
Check call on the river.
Yeah, what are you doing on the river? You going for check call on the river? You doing a bet? And if bet, what size?
Well, he checked back the turn. He's pretty crippled. He doesn't have a lot of king X there, so we got to bet.
Is he?
I mean, what? Maybe he checks. How good is the player?
I don't know. This is 5-10. So what is this range? What is he betting the flop, checking the turn when the flush completes? So he doesn't have a flush. He has a bunch of fucking air balls.
Ace
Like
jack, ace queen, 10. He's got all of those. He's got all the air balls. He's got some pocket pairs that are
and let's see,
that are smaller than jacks. He's got a little bit of queens here, but most of his pocket pairs are smaller than mine.
Yeah, he has like he's calling you from the button.
Mhm.
He has a bunch of like queen jack, Jack 10,
Yep.
like 6, 7, 4, 5, even those. When he bets the flop using a small sizing.
Yep. I agree.
And he has a bunch of pairs that bet for protection on the flop. When the flush completed, he checks.
Yep.
So against that range, what do we want to do on the river when we complete it, when the king comes and we have a boat?
That's
And I think we have the best hand here the majority of the time.
yes.
And given how much showdown he has, how much like airball he has, I might check to him one more time and see if he'll bluff at it.
Okay.
I think this
'Cause
board's going to be so under bluff though that I don't want
I
to.
know,
I would rather try and get him to call off, like if he has pocket sevens or some shit like that, or if he has eight or like seven
yeah, but
eight,
what
10-8, or 10-9 and all that stuff. Like I don't think he's gonna. He might go. He might bet those hands, but I think like pocket sevens and stuff just aren't gonna go after it. So,
Yeah,
but
but
they'll probably call 110.
what does our hand look like though? Like when we check call the flop, the turn, and then we check again.
Looks like ace
You
high.
don't mostly ace high. You don't think like this is. I'm just saying that this is because this is 5-10 and he has a full stack. Like I'm suspecting they might at least trying to get us off ace high.
Let's see
And
if
if
let
he has a boat, I think they're probably gonna thin value bet it if we think they're good enough.
okay.
Back player, like
So here's the note. This is what happened. So on this river, I'm thinking very serious in the check call line for all the reasons Sam said. But here was my mistake. I thought about check, but my hand and eyes had already telegraphed that I was betting. I mean, my hand involuntarily moved to my stack, and so if I check there, I think that that reduces his bluff.
keep yourself under control at the table, Scotty.
I know.
I know.
So that's my note there. That was why I put this, not so much because of the play of the hand, but because of this mistake.
Yeah, but
You
that's like a
saw,
really good tell of someone doesn't want you to bet a lot of the time. At least anybody that's half decent. Like I'm gonna start blasting if somebody starts doing that. Like I
Oh,
saw
really?
someone counting up their chips and pushing them towards the line and then checking. I'm fucking blasting all in. They don't want you to bet.
Okay.
yeah,
So if I had
Scotty
seen that, I would
can't
have, yeah.
can't
And by the way, I
control
didn't go
himself.
that far. I didn't count out the chips. What I did was this. It was like this king came and I said, I have the best hand here.
Like,
It
what'd you do?
went
Your
out of
hand
my
went
mind.
direct. As soon as the king came, your hand went directly towards the chips because that's a more honest, like reactionary tell
That's
that I
exactly
wouldn't
what
be.
I did.
I would be okay. Then yeah, then maybe I wouldn't go crazy. But
I
like if
looked
I,
at I looked at his
yeah,
stack. My hand moved, not that much. I didn't get all the way to the chips. I look at his stack, my hand moves, and then I go, wait a minute, I can check here.
I
I
think
go,
you're thinking too much about. Is this guy even looking at you? Like, is this guy even paying attention? He's probably on his phone half the hands.
this guy,
And
he wasn't staring at me, but he was not looking away.
I'm
Okay.
not like
He wasn't looking
I
away.
might not be even just check calling. It depends on his sizing.
If he goes like what? If he goes like 300 here, are you gonna raise? 'Cause
Uh,
I think I'm gonna raise if he goes. If he
Well,
goes,
I don't know what like I can't really think like if I suspect that he's thin value betting, if the sizing tells me that this is probably thin value, let's say what's the pot like 550? If he bets something like 250, 275, 300, I would probably raise because
I
this
would
could
click raise.
yeah this could be a boat. Um, yeah, but if he takes a larger sizing, it's mostly polarized. It's just a bluff or nothing. Then I would
Yeah, yeah,
probably
big
just
big size,
call.
just call. If he goes 600, I'm calling. If he goes 300, I'm gonna raise 300. He went check. He went bet the flop, check the turn, bets the river. Um, yeah, I'm raising, but I'm gonna click raise small if he goes under 300 and just call to a bigger size.
Okay, sounds good. And then what happens? And if you do that click raise and he jams on you,
Oh.
are you gonna fold? And remember what side. Remember how much money is left when you go. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying that your
How
pocket.
often do we think he checks a king in position on a flushing turn? I don't think often.
It could.
And then what he
One
has
combo.
pocket queens as well. He
I
doesn't
can think
he
of
like
one combo of kings that checks on the. I can think of one combo of kings that checks on the turn.
ace king with the
Yeah.
ace of clubs.
Well, that one too, but I wasn't even thinking that one. I was thinking king. I was thinking specifically king nine.
That's true. Um,
But yeah, ace king with the ace of clubs and king queen with the queen of clubs. Both those can do it.
yeah, king
So
nine
so you bet
suited.
right. So you check, he bets 300, you click it to about 600, 700. So
Hmm.
you've got 600 left. There's 17 in the pot and he jams for the last 600. You gonna fold?
I might not make it 600. I might make it like 850, 900.
Even
And
worse.
then,
Even worse.
yeah.
And he jams, you
Yeah.
gonna
And
fold?
then when he jams, then you know it will never be a bluff.
Right. So you fold there. Okay, in that case, then you can make that. Then you can make that raise if you're going to fold the river.
Yeah. Because like our line makes no sense, right? If he, let's say he had pocket tens, he bet the flop for protection.
Yeah.
Check back the turn. Now we
Mhm.
check the river. And then now he bets 300. And we raises him. Like, we just look like we're full of shit. Right? We just like most people in this spot would just lead the river like Scott did. But we check raise the river and we just look like we're full of shit.
Yeah. So my plan, if I had checked, was to be check calling most sizes. I would check. I would raise if he bet 100. I
Yeah.
would call anything bigger. I would raise 100. I would not raise 300 for or 300 or bigger. And I would think about a fold, which I probably wouldn't do, but I would think about a fold to anything bigger than 700.
Yeah.
Anything between um 200 and 700 I'm just calling. Everything else I'm thinking about. But the reason I pointed the hand was this note, was that this involuntary thing here, and you guys think that this increases his bluff at my check.
No,
Oh,
I said that like
right.
if
If it was
I
if
think
it
that
was into
I'm yeah, remember how we
No,
talked about when I played the one hand where the
yeah.
guy, where there's times when they do that shit, but then there's a time where the guy naturally went to grab all of his chips and then stopped and was like, and then looked at me, and then I still went through with, I had a set, and I was like, I felt sick to my stomach because I was like, he flopped me straight. I flopped the set.
Yeah.
Remember, do you remember? Yeah, and
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was a pure natural tell of I have a straight about to jam all my chips in and then think, oh wait, never mind, this guy's about to bet into me.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Moving on. So I gave off that tell. We don't know whether he saw it or not. It doesn't matter. We don't know his hand. He could have had ace queen and nothing mattered.
Yeah, it's just like a thought experiments. Like we have a value hand at the river, but like most of his hand that would bet the flop, check the turn, either he has air or he has showdown. Most of his showdown at the river would be a boat, so I would think people would bet a boat. And if he had air on the turn that he was giving up on, might as well just give him a chance to bet the river and try to get us off ace high because that's what our hand looked like.
Yeah. And I was trying to get called by a nine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really just depends if this guy's a fish or not.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if he's a fish, then I can understand. I would lead because they're just not going to bet thinly enough for value. Some of them might even just check a nine back here because they're scared of a king for whatever reason. But
Yeah.
like anybody that's half decent is probably going to bet. So like if I was in the situation at my game, I'm betting here because they're not going to bet thinly enough for value. So I need to bet to get them to call off with their boats.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Correct. But I thought this was a 5-10 game, so I would think people would thin value bet if they have pocket
They're
tens.
I do not have the same respect for the 5-10 players that you do.
But I was about to say we don't play 5-10, so I just have to like I feel like there's still plenty of very, very bad players at
You guys
5-10,
have,
right?
yep, there are plenty of them there, but also that's where you find players who are better than you. There are
Yeah,
definitely
like
players
there's
in this game who are better than me on 100%. All right. So we have king three off on the button. We're about to fold, but before we fold, and we don't do a fold tell, we do it. We look to the left and we see that the small blind is folding. So in a uh, in a regular game, a two blind game, king three off on the button in a heads up game is not folding. So I considered doing the raise here. And I thought that it's too wide to open because in a two blind game, which is what we really are in, king three off is a fold. But I did do it. I went to 30, big blind went to 110, I folded. But there's the thought there. We've seen C2 and C3 limp, yay. We've seen more limping, yay. We're very happy. We saw that a limp was with 4-4. We like this. Um, the fold tell in seat 5 is this obvious. Chips on his cards he's playing. No chip he's folding. This has been
Yeah,
90.
I've seen that.
Yeah, this has been
A lot of
90%
people do
accurate.
that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
not 100%, but we're going to use this. We don't need what the hand is. The important thing is that we do 150% pot bet on the river and he tanks. It happens to be a bluff, but that's not the big deal. The big deal is he tanks, he looks at his cards, he looks at the board, he thinks for a while. He never looks at me. He doesn't try to get a physical tell. And this was something I want you guys looking at is saying, are they even looking at you? That tells you something about what they're considering. 5-10, he never looks at me. He folds. Yay. All right. Next real hand. Hmm. 9-8 suited in the straddle. This is a sometimes 3-bet. It's never a fold. To 4x, is it never a fold to 4x? Don't know the answer to that. I can't imagine it is. Does anybody have a 4x chart? If either a live 4x chart, if not, I'm just
What's
going to look.
what's your rake?
Our rake is $7 plus $7 plus a tip. So
oh,
call
so
it
you get to
$8.
call
All
so
right,
much
I'll
more.
give you something close.
Wow.
Okay,
What's
thank you.
your stack depth?
A lot.
You guys
Over.
have drop, right?
We have drop.
Yes.
We
Oh
have drop.
God.
It's the worst thing in the world.
Give me a stack depth to look up.
Okay, 150 big blinds between 100 and 150. We're at 150.
10-8 and 10-9 has got to be a free bet, right? I don't know about 9.
Well,
4x.
we'll get to see this. We're going to see a range of this. All right. While Larry's looking it up, we're going to play it out. I do the 3-bet.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let me see if there's any note in this, or if it's just we're just playing the hand. Let's see if there's anything that matters in the notes.
Do you
Aha.
open to 3x or do you open to 4x when you play in this
I
game?
open a 3x, 3x, and 4x out of position.
I was going to say, why not open to 4x with the extra slight bit of extra dead money?
um
Sizing tell,
3x
man.
gets 3x gets folds.
Okay.
4x is sticking my neck out farther. I've done my studying in the solver at 2.5x, so I'm so much further away. Does that make sense? That's why.
Yeah.
All right.
Just don't.
All right, I
Yeah.
could show it, but without a straddle.
Okay, that's fine.
Swap.
That'll work.
Yep.
We just have the this extra dead money is that important. So show it to me.
Notice we have very few flats at 4x.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing.
8-9 suited sliver. Oh no, it's a
Slivers of
call.
call.
Boo.
So 8-9 is
It's
the
a little bit of raise.
yeah. So it had to be so 10-8. So I was a little. So it really is a fold. This is a 4x. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta learn.
Nobody's folding. Come on.
That's all right.
But I'm
That's all
okay
right,
with
Scotty.
I'm okay. And
Let's-
also they're not playing perfect after the flop.
It's much better
Yeah.
as a 3-bet.
Even though it doesn't 3-bet. It's much better as a 3-bet. I'll accept that. 9-8 is
Well,
the of your suited connectors. 9-8 is the worst one. Just want to remind us all that 6-5, 6-5, 7-6, and 5-4 are better 3-bet candidates than 9-8. They're better call candidates than 9-8.
I mean, you're pretty close here. Let's like if we make this like 200 big blinds.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
There we go. All right. So here we go. So we 3-bet him.
Here you got Shaman.
We get call. Oh, sorry. All right. Zoom, share. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay.
Geez, Scotty, press that little X on the task thing.
What did I do?
The little thing on the top right. Oh, you can't even see it. Are we in the way?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're getting to see this excitement. You get to see somebody leaving me a message that I'm not going to pick up. Okay. And I know it was on that message, so we're fine putting that.
No,
in.
it's like Gemini. It's a
Oh,
little thing that says
you
get
guys.
help with
Oh,
your task. I was like,
okay.
oh, it's
Okay.
irking me.
Okay. I thought you were seeing somebody was leaving a message on my phone and it was coming up on my computer, but you guys weren't seeing that. Okay. So he calls. We get a fabulous flop that we are ready to get all in on the flop with if necessary.
We're winning this hand one way or the other.
Yes. Yes. The only way we're not winning this hand is by the turn. There could be enough money that goes in. So I can start with a bet and
No.
jam to a raise. I can start with a check and go for a check raise here, which maximizes fold equity. And the fact is, while I have a ton of ways to win the hand, I have a ton of outs. I really only I'm like probably 55% against a hand that he doesn't have like aces here. I'm probably not 60%. I'm probably like 55. So why don't I give myself some extra outs and check raise and get some folds?
Yeah, I like check raise here.
Yeah, so let's do that. So I don't. I decide that I'm going to go bet and re-raise. So I decided I'm going to get my things by betting big here. He does raise. Okay, great.
This is kind of interesting because you want to see two cards.
Jam.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, he doesn't have a folding range here very much.
Right.
No, he's not
No.
folding.
But
Right.
you want to see two cards.
Right. And now this is terrible, right? We go, oh, well.
Ugh.
Oh, it's not me. That's why. This wasn't me playing the hand. We saw the guy play the hand.
Okay.
Not me.
Right. This is a hand we saw played. And that was it.
Oh, wow.
This is why I gave you guys a hand. Oh, this is why. It's what happened on the river. This was why this was important. I forgot why I put this hand in. What happens on the river is so the guys are all in. It is even though this guy called, the rule is not that player 9 shows first.
Yeah, it's the out of position player.
It's the out of position player. So he could have easily mucked his hand.
Is that a California rule? Because here they make whoever raise show.
It's a casino-wide difference, and sometimes I once asked who does it, and I don't even know if the dealers are consistent with it. But this guy didn't show his hand. My note is, let me see the note on it. No club, right. 9-8 says you're good. So he doesn't show his hand. He goes, you're good to the guy. This guy doesn't open up his hand. He waits a few seconds. He goes, just throws his 9 high and wins the hand. This guy shows his 4-6.
Happened to me yesterday, except the guy caught his 1 out to a gut shot straight when I had everything else dominated.
So the important thing, the reason I wanted to put this up is we've seen people do this a ton of times. Say you're good and muck their hand, right? Because they got 9 high. There's no way this guy can win. And maybe he doesn't want to show what he did it with. Table your fucking hands.
I have won once with 8 high.
I won with 6 high when the guy folded the winning hand because he misread my hand and thought it was a straight. It had
No, this was showdown.
right.
I
And I
won with 8 high.
Yep. And in my database from the other night, this is after we had this conversation, a guy mucked the winning hand for $1,500 because he misread the other guy's hand. And you could see it because you could see the steam coming off his body. Um,
I
and,
also
and
hope
lost the rest
you're
of his chips within the next 3 hands because he was steaming. Okay.
so I also hope you're telling me that against player nine for the rest of the night, you were three betting like a madman because he's just gonna call you a shit that isn't really supposed to call.
Yeah. 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 Let's go. Let's go. All right. Next hand.
Expand that three bet range against him.
Okay. Everyone at this table has limped except me. I like this table. I like it here. Let's stay here for a while. Okay. Here we go. King nine. I hope this is me. All right, here we go. We're going to open a king nine to 30, get called in one place, out of position, flop this marginally made thing. He checks. In Hungry Horse, this is going
Bet
to be a
once.
half pot bet to get him to raise his strong stuff and call with his weak stuff. In Poker Coaching's implementable strategy, this is a very good check behind as a marginally made hand.
Yep.
Let's see which I do. I go for playing it this way.
Oh,
Now,
you're playing against fish though.
we don't know. Let me see if we have a note of why we did it. Let's see. The guy is okay. He has not demonstrated himself to be a fish yet.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, yeah, that's true. It's five
This is
ten. I assume everyone's a fish at one
right.
two, 1 3,
Yeah.
all that shit.
This guy's Toru Tanaka, and let's just see if he's even open limped yet. If we have this note, yes, he is open limped, so he has some fishy tendency. Everyone is
He's likely not good.
yeah. But I don't mind this. Spade comes in. He bets 55. I think this is an easy call. I don't think there's
Yep.
any reason to raise, and I don't think I need to fold here. I think this is stab.
Well,
I'll be folding a lot of rivers. We're playing Fifth Street Chicken. Here we go. The three comes. He bets 105.
I mean, you have the best hand some portion of the time. Um, hmm.
All right.
I mean, I think you have sufficient showdown here.
Okay. So who's folding to this bet? Either say it or put it in the chat. Either one.
Fuck, man, I'm not folding.
All right. Dean says I'm a station, so he's not folding.
I'm either raising or calling.
All right. Yep. And that was my next thing is who's raising? Because what is this 105? It could be a 10, but what isn't it?
Yeah,
It
I think
is.
it's never a flush. It's never
It's not a
anything that
flush.
strong. So I think we just raised
It's
with
not
the
a
thought that we never
right.
get called.
Right. Okay.
So that's Toro Tanaka, the minor celebrity.
Right. Yes. That's what he looked like.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
never a flush.
On this side, you like this size for flush? 55 into 75 into 75,
No, 100.
5 into
100 bucks.
5 into 185.
Like I would be very careful when you check back and then somebody bets, like using a medium size,
Okay.
and we say that like it's never a flush because
Yeah, but we're
I
never jamming though. We're raising. We're not doing a massive. If we're raising, we're never gonna raise. I think we can get tens to fold for a smaller size, and then there are some brick walls as well. But I think he just doesn't have a ton of flushes here when he goes 55 to 105.
Yeah. I did not raise. I just called and lost the hand to 5-5.
Wow, that's a strong hand.
That's a strong hand. It's not a flush.
yeah. See, that's the thing.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean,
Yep.
so if you were gonna raise, what size would you use, Scotty?
You're trying to just get a 10 to fold. So I'm going to go to 325.
Than that. Um,
What size are you going if you raise?
like 500.
Okay.
I lose
Yeah.
more money than you because he probably calls off with a set unless he's a super nit.
Yeah. Yep. And by the way, I don't think I am raising here. I think my
Yeah,
I think nine is too good. I think nine is too good a bluff catch for the to turning it into a bluff to be a better play on this board.
yeah. That's why I was kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
But
don't
I want to think about it. I want to consider it.
because when they take like the fact that they're betting, it's already kind of polarized. They're not like most of them aren't betting twice with a 10 here. So when they do bet, I'm thinking like he either has two pairs straight or a set, even though it's never a flush. I don't want to get people to fold those hands.
Wait,
Like I just
you
don't.
just said sometimes it's a flush.
Yeah.
I
Rarely,
don't think it's a flush. I think it's
rarely.
rarely a flush.
It didn't. Yeah, that didn't feel like a flush size to me. However, it could have been. And had I played this with a simplified, just an absolute simplified, let me bet half pot, so he raises his strong stuff and calls with his weak stuff, he probably doesn't get to see that five.
No.
So
Yeah.
he probably folds it anyway. So that was what that sizing meant to this guy. All right, we are back to this guy. All right, here we go. And we'll see if poor Tanaka comes back. All right, this guy has this guy has a personality tell that we're going to get here. Open with Google Chrome. Here we go. So our note is he is a serial limper. He's an old guy, and he's complained to the waitress. So
What? What does that mean?
I said no pork. I
Oh.
ordered. I didn't say 1 ton. Send it back. All right. So there's his limp. I think we are going to ISO this. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not me. Oh, that is me. Oh, why did I not play this? Maybe that's what my note is. Oh,
Hello.
because the cutoff is playing. We look to our left and the cutoff, we don't know if he's playing, we don't know if he's raising, we don't know if he's limping behind. That's not the tell. The tell is that he likes his hand well enough to play it. Is that enough to get us not to play the 10-9 suited? That was my question.
Nah, I'm
Okay.
raising.
So you raise it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what it was. And the way he played it doesn't even matter what he did. It was just that question of
Do you limp?
I don't remember. I didn't put in the note. I was just he's going to play his hand, and I thought that was enough not to choose not to play the 10-9 suited. 10-9 suited here is not a pure open in the hijack, is it? Or is it a pure open? No, it's a pure open in the hijack. 10-9
It
suited.
should be.
It is. It is.
It's in the low jack. It is.
Yeah. In the low jack, it's not pure. It's a
Really?
good open. I don't think so. I don't think you're opening it pure in the low jack. 10-9 suited. Yeah.
No, you're right. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Not for three. Remember, I'm
No,
going
I
to
definitely do.
yeah, you should. You should. It's profitable in your game. But it's profitable because but in the hijack, it is okay for three. I like my fold now. I like my fold.
Like
Yeah.
Peak GTO actually has it at like 2.5 as an open, like almost 100%.
Yeah, right. But that's the point. Is almost 100% makes a difference. All the hands that are almost 100% are zero EV and are there for balance and for the fact that they're in the solver for balance and for board coverage. And for us, they are there. Let me do this. For us, they're there because we can outplay because we can play people better. But if it shows, let me see, strategy plus EV. Not a
EV is only for post flop.
I don't need, I want the other thing. This one doesn't show it, so let's show it in this one. In
Yeah.
For 3x, hello, here we were in 3x, we should be able to see strategy. There it is.
Yeah, all these edge cases are very close to zero.
Yeah, that's why they're zero. That's why they're edge cases.
Yeah.
So here we are. We were in the hijack with a 10-9. It's zero EV. So some of its EV is coming from the fact that everybody folds. That has not happened. That is not going to happen on this hand. Because remember, I trust my fold tell 100%. And so with that in mind, that's where the fold came from. Don't know if it's the right thing. And everybody hates this, right? Before I folded it, everybody hates the fold here. What do you guys think now?
Uh, mm,
Dean
I
still
don't like
hates it.
it.
I'm good with that. Brian still doesn't like it. I'm okay with that. Okay. I wasn't confident that it was the right thing. I wanted to look, and now I feel better about it.
What were you gonna ice it at like 50?
Yeah, 45. But when I saw that this guy was going to play, uh, I would then have to think about whether or not I wanted to ISO or limp behind. Limping behind is fine.
Yeah. I mean,
I
if
think
it's like the
I think I think if I play it, I change it to a call because he wants to play his hand.
I play with some guys that are like so damn tight that they have and split their range so much that yeah, I could understand just folding here.
Right.
But
And I
against like a normal player, maybe I'm
right.
definitely gonna open it and ice it.
Yeah. Okay. That's what it is. So if this guy shows a play tell and I've decided to play the hand against this limp, I'm gonna limp behind with it and play it just for its actual 9-10ness. And if he raises, I'm gonna hope he raises to a size that I can call, or I'm gonna throw it away. Um, or there's a cascade of calls and I play a 9-10 suited in relative position multi-way. All right, that's what happened. And the last one for this one is this. He likes 5-6, and that's his play tell. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Could be that. All right. Pocket tens and a limp. And another limp. We will be ISOing. Rain, what would you like to do with pocket tens here? And is it rain or reen?
It's Rijn.
Rein.
Rijn,
Rein.
yeah.
Rein. What would you like to do with
Yeah.
pocket tens here?
Um, let's see. So straddle two limpers.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna isolate, it will be about, let's see, about 55
Mhm.
or maybe like 60.
Yep. Excellent. And do you want to ISO or do you want to limp behind and play it for a set value?
Um, I mean, um, I could see that being like an argument to like being a flop, right?
Mhm.
As if you hit a 10, you're very likely good, but um, I guess it's going to depend very much on what kind of reads you have on these players.
Mhm.
Like I only just dropped in like 5 minutes ago, right? So
Mhm.
um,
Come on.
I've missed that part.
Okay. So, um, in deciding whether to play this for its set value or for its, the strength of its hand value, I would start thinking about calling here with fives, sixes, and deuces through sevens, deuces through eights is where I'd think about it. Tens plus, I'm going to be pushing towards the raise size most of the time, and nines probably lives with tens more than it lives with eights. So that's where my dividing line is. So these tens are going to be a raise. The other thing that's going to make it a raise is I'm in the cutoff, not the button. So by raising here, when the button goes out and I get called, I have absolute position. When I call here, I invite myself to be slightly out of position. And I think all that pushes this up to an ISO and not a call.
All right.
And let's see, my ISO size is to 70, which is just fine. And we still don't get absolute position. And we still take it multi-way.
All right, question here,
Yes.
because I really honestly don't know.
Yes.
When we're at a table and we're using a pretty aggressive ISO size here, like 70, and we're still going multi-way with these middling pairs.
Mhm.
Is ISOing still the most profitable choice? I'm not sure. And we've got range advantage here, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
I think
Isoling is
I
think with
definitely the most
tens,
I
profitable.
still think it is with this hand.
especially with a hand like tens. Tens
Now, is
is
it
a
more
very
profitable
strong
because we're
hand.
playing with a better hand against the,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
is it more profitable because we've got a range advantage and we've got the
We've got a range
aggression
advantage,
on our side?
better hand.
All right.
So those are the same. So those are the same thing. What was your third reason?
My two reasons were range advantage, we're the aggressor, and better hand.
Those are the same thing. That's the answer. Does that make sense now?
No, I don't know why those are the three things are the same.
Because we the hands that we're ISOing with are better than the range they're calling with. So my range advantage is because my hand is better. This is one of the better hands in the range that has an advantage.
It might be very unprofitable to isolate a hand like king queen, a king jack offsuit, or like king queen offsuit. Or I would say more like queen jack offsuit,
Yes.
because if they're when they open limp, some of them have a open limp of king queen offsuit or king queen or queen jack suited. So like your goal is to get those hands to fold, but like a hand like tens is doing very well
Yeah.
against their limp calling range. If
And
they're
the,
never limping aces, kings, queens, and jacks, then tens is fantastic.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Does
So
that seem
yep.
fair enough? Is
Okay.
that like a
So
logical enough?
right. So he checks. We've got pocket tens here. We can absolutely check and check call one time. Do we want to do that, or do you want to bet these tens?
They consider to try and get position.
I think my preference would be to bet because of just
Okay.
what Brian just said, and also there's a chance you're going to be able to take this in position for the rest of the hand.
Okay, so we bet, and we don't
Yeah.
get to take it in position. We get called in two places. Well,
Jesus.
Okay, now we shut down a
now we
little
shut
bit.
the fuck down, and we don't hate that card. We don't hate that, and he belongs for 205.
We're done with the hand.
We're done
Dunking
with
it at two people.
Yeah, we're fold. There we go. We just fold. All right. So
Way to get the minimum, pal.
that's yep. So that's
What a
good.
weird
That's
hand.
it. All right. So
Well, you don't know what he has.
we don't know what he had. Yep. So we finished the session. The game is still good. I'm tired. I think I'm still playing well enough to win, but I'm not paying attention enough based on my standard. And so the thing that sent me home was, as I said, against these players, I thought I'm still playing well enough to win, but I did it based on the fact that I would rather be home and be
How long
done.
was your session?
Let's find out. Midnight. I got there at 6, just under like 5.5 hours.
That's a good session.
Yeah. 5.5 hours. And the note here is I'm at least recognizing that I'm not paying attention enough.
Yeah.
Now, my thought was this: I've been playing with the same players long enough that it's like I have enough of a sense that I'm not playing as random players enough anymore. So I kind of have a sense of their play. So the things I'm missing now are just repeats of what I've already seen. That's not true. Of course, I should be paying more attention. But that was my estimation of my own edge, which was, yeah, I'm not paying enough attention, but this is everybody limps table. Not everybody limps every hand, but this, what's going on. And so, but at least that recognition. Okay, so that's that session. You want to do something else, or do you want to do the next session?
Session.
All right, here we go.
We could do cards up. I mean, and mix it up. Are you here on Monday?
Monday, I am here. Yes.
Why don't we? So we've been doing live hands for 2 hours.
Okay.
It might be interesting with this many people, with some new people, to switch to cards up.
All right, let's do that. Let's do some cards up.
And then we could save the rest of your live hands for Monday.
I'll have more of my live hands. I'm going to play this weekend. I'm going to play a lot this weekend, I hope. Here we go.
Is your wife still
Yes.
out of town?
Yes. Oh, it's horrible. It's
Oh,
terrible.
I'm sorry to hear that,
And
man.
I would fly out there, but I can't go this week because of enough other things. And then I'm out of town for 2 weeks. I go to Vegas and then Amsterdam. Probably gonna go out
Oh,
there in
you're
between.
actually coming to the Netherlands.
Yeah,
That's fine. All right.
I'll be in the
That's that.
Netherlands
But,
in 2 weeks.
yeah, I mean that's where I'm from, but
Oh, great.
I'm like in like a small like a relatively small like village,
Okay.
like 2 hours away from Amsterdam.
Okay.
Like
I'll be
in 2 weeks.
yeah. I'll
Yeah,
be at the Rice. I'll be at the Rice Center.
right.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean
I have some hands.
Oh, let's do
I've
yours.
never.
Let's do yours. Let's do yours. Yours are better. Okay, you ready? Let me give up the
Yeah,
screen.
I've only got 3, but one
Great.
of
Let's
them
do
was
them.
really bad. So
Let's do them.
maybe you can tell me where I went wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, okay. Yeah, this one, right.
All right.
It's
Hit
just
share
it's
screen.
1, 2.
We're not seeing it yet.
Hello?
Hit
Can you see?
share screen again. So there's a button that allows you to share your screen. Oh, you're just going to describe it? Okay, perfect. We got it there.
You got it?
Yeah, except we're seeing me with. There we go. We got it. You got Pocket Kings. Yay! All right, let's do it.
Yeah, this one was bad. So I've been yeah, anyway, we'll
Yeah,
play the hand, right? So
sounds good. All right. 1, 2.
so
Perfect.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, limper, and they raised 15.
Good.
So I free bet to 50.
Good so far.
Seems right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And small blind just flats for 50.
Right.
So
At
okay.
least you have position.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they call.
Right.
Okay, so I quite like that flop, right?
Yep.
Check. And I bet 75. I didn't know. I thought that was pretty good size, right? Not too big.
It's a
Okay.
fine size. There's nothing wrong with that size. There is a simplification where this is always a 1/3 bet. You don't have to take that simplification, and you're still following the kind of it's kind of small, which is the kind of right thing to do here. Yep, great. Nothing wrong with that.
Small blind calls,
Great.
and they fold,
All right.
and 10 of diamonds.
Okay.
So they check. I bet 200. I don't know. I thought
200
I'm
into
trying.
300, and we've
Yeah,
got 475 left. Yeah, you're aiming to go. You're aiming to jam on the river now. And you're sizing yourself such that it's going to be an easy river jam. Are you committing yourself if he check raises? Meaning, are you going to fold to a check raise here? It's going to be
I don't
tough.
know. I thought
It's
he's
going
in
to
the
be tough
small
because
blind.
he has king, queen, and ace, queen that he might do it.
I
Okay.
think he's going to have a lot of like queens, right? And a
Yes.
lot of suited broadways.
Yep.
So I don't
Yep.
know. I thought this is charging the flush draws. What do you think, guys, on that 200?
I like
Is
the
that too big?
sizing on this texture.
Mm-hmm.
Did you 3-bet pre-flop or did you just open?
Just opened.
No, I free bet player
Oh,
5.
sorry. You threw bet him.
Player
Of course.
player 4 limped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Player 4.
It was an ISO. Oh, no.
Okay.
Player 4.
Let's do that. ISO.
There was
The other guy
limp.
ISOs. Yeah.
Yeah, limp. He raised, and I free bet to 50. Yeah, and then the small
He
blind
cold
just
calls.
flatted. Cold
Yeah.
call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The blind
So
should have incredibly strong range, but he shouldn't do this with any hands. There are no hands he should do this with. He should be in a 4-better fold mode, but he
Yeah,
isn't.
because this guy can just jam, right? And
Yeah.
I was hoping he would jam, but he
Yeah.
didn't.
Right.
Anyway.
So the small blind, I don't mean in a theoretically sound sense, but in a logical sense, he should be near the top of his range. And that should include and that does include in his mind, ace queen suited, king queen suited, pocket queens,
Yeah.
and a very strange pocket aces there. But he does have
Like
pocket queens here. He absolutely does. But I think you should be going broke to pocket queens here. All right, let's play the hand out. Question is,
I'm thinking like ace queen, queen suited, king queen suited, something like that, right?
absolutely all over the
Yeah.
place. And pocket tens and pocket jacks haven't folded yet. Pocket tens has not folded yet. That's the one thing. All right.
So I bet 200 into 300,
Right.
and he jumps, right?
Right.
So,
This
so I
Easiest,
call it off.
This is a
easiest
fold.
fold.
Is
Easiest
it?
fold. I would just snap muck this.
Really?
I
Oh,
mean,
that's where I
it's
went wrong.
kind of it's. I think it's a fold. He's got what sets of tens, queen ten suited. I think queen ten is a little light to call that to flat a three bet with, but it's not. Doesn't mean they don't do it.
Where's this play out of?
This is in
Is it a
England, in
live
London.
game?
Yeah, live. Yeah, live
Yeah,
1-2.
no, they don't check raise bluff the turn like ever. Just fold.
The most
Well, the question
underbluff
is
spot in
there?
poker.
Yeah, is there any hand that we think he does this with that he's overvaluing? And I don't really think there is.
No. Ace queen would just call here. They would not do this.
I believe there's more ace queen in his range than there is jack nine of diamonds.
Right.
I do think that, but I think I think we are drawing to two outs most of the time, and we're drawing to eight outs a little, a very, very small amount of the time.
Especially when you put in like a significant portion of his stack in already.
Mm-hmm.
They don't ever bluff. Like, just forget this shit.
All right, so let's play it out. I assume you called.
Yeah, I called.
Right.
Queen 10.
Oh,
Pocket
then
freeze.
so dead.
Yeah.
Pocket
When the
threes.
when the other queen came, that was the rest of his range that had that you had beat. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mark
So that's
June would
easy.
say, this could be sometimes two pair a set, or it could sometimes be two pair and a set on the turn when he jams.
So let's just
That was it.
break this down a little bit fundamentally. So go back to where you get check raised. So you get check raised here. He goes all in. Let's just classify your hand. Is your hand ever beating value, or is it a pure bluff catch?
I don't know. I mean, I guess he could have a flush draw, right? Like some kind of a ace
It's
queen of
true. You
diamonds
are
or
beating a
something.
portion of his range.
Yeah, but
Now,
what kind of flush
the
draw
next
would call
question-
you on the flop?
The next question to ask is, do you find this play on his part to be overbluffed or underbluffed?
Yeah, they're hardly ever bluffing the check raise on the turn, right?
Right.
Yeah. So this is one of the most underbluffed spots in poker. So once you know that this is an underbluff spot, sometimes you're going to have certain players that this may be different, but against humans, this is an underbluff spot. It's very hard. Very few humans are going to have like King Jack Diamond here. So when you know it's an underbluff spot, that allows you to classify your hand as a bluff catcher. And once you classify your hand as a bluff catcher in an underbluff spot, you now can fold. When this happens in game, you want to think about what happens to your hand. Is your hand now beating value, or is it a bluff catcher? Here, I would argue it's a pure bluff catcher. He's saying he's got two pair plus. And then the second question you ask yourself, well, is this spot usually underbluffed or overbluffed? And we know this is an underbluff spot, and this allows you to get to a fold.
And sometimes you're folding the best hand. Understand that you are folding the best hand here sometimes, but it's over your lifetime. If they are underbluffing a spot and what you have is a bluff catcher, you are more profitable by folding 100% of the time, even if they're, even if they're only underbluffing by 5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody has a different thought process as to how they're going to get to a fold here. But the the term that Peter Clark uses is fortune reversal. Your very strong hand now is experienced fortune reversal.
Right.
And now you can classify your hand as a bluff catcher. And now you know that this particular configuration and this play, this is an underbluff spot. It allows you to fold.
Yeah. And you think, and that include, to get there, you have to say that it is a bluff catcher. And so you have to look and go, does he have what he considers to be value? Not what you would consider to be value that you beat. So does he do this with ace queen? And does he do this with ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds? That's the other question. And how often?
And then you think it's just another 350, right? And the pot's so big. I guess it's still
Yeah,
folding.
it does.
That's how often you have to be right. But that's,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. When they're throwing papers 1% too much, too often, you should just, throw scissors 100% of the time. That's how it works.
Okay.
all right.
It
Okay,
doesn't
so
matter the pot size. Like this is
It works even
losing.
better
Yeah,
when
this
they
is
never adjust to what you're doing.
Yeah, this is losing. This call is like losing your. What I have shared my hand. Like whenever they want to, like I play mostly 1-2, 1-3. Whenever they just put all the money in, like it's just like rarely a bluff. I mean, we saw that one guy put like overbet 2x pot jam against me when I have top set, and he turned a straight, check raise small on the turn, and then just 2x get greedy, 2x pot jam the river, and like they're not bluffing. Just forget it. Especially when you three bet pre, bet the flop, bet the turn. It's just
Your hand looks
zero.
Your hand looks like aces.
Zero bluff. Zero bluff.
yeah, right. It just looks like an overpair so much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I would
Okay.
I would only call here with like a set of tens plus. That's it. A set of tens, a set of queens, everything else I just fucking if I have ace five of diamonds, do I have the odds to call? Because I'm looking at two pair and a set. How much are you calling? You betting 200, 350?
Yeah,
go
it's
back.
350.
So you're calling 350 to win 105? That's like somewhere around 2-1. No, 3-1. Do we have 3-1? If we have ace five of diamonds.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah, I would only call off with a set or something that could show off to the nuts if I have the right odds. I would gamble there. Everything else I'm muck. Aces muck. Ace queen muck. Kings muck.
Right. So the answer
Right.
is your ace, you have 22% to make it against a set there. But and
Yeah,
against
so
two,
like it's like losing
better.
by a little bit. 22%. Yeah. 22% you need like a little bit more than 3-1.
Yeah. And you have 25% against two pair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like or ace
You have to be getting
jack
3
of
to 1.
diamonds, I guess.
Right. So you have to be getting 3-1 on his if he's got king queen 10. And you have to call 355 and the pot is going to be click it one time for me just to make my life easy. Here we go. Pot's going to be 400 355. Yeah, you're getting the right odds for you're getting the right odds with ace five of diamonds against queen 10 and not against 3-3.
I know, like looking at it right now, we all say, "Oh, it's an easy fold," but in game, we all make these dumb calls.
Right.
Like, yeah, you just got. Even I still make these fucking stupid ass call where they're just not bluffing. You just like I scream at myself,
Mm-hmm.
like this is stupid,
Right.
and I still make it. But the less you call, the more money you win.
Right.
That's all I could say. I know.
Right. And then I want to say one thing, Ryan, you heard that when you got raised, you heard several people on the call immediately say just fold, right? so that you don't look at this and go, well, that was an obvious thing that I missed. This was not an obvious thing. This was something you probably should fold and not miss. But the reason it was easy for us to say it is because we're not sitting at the table, we're sitting at review, and we all know that you brought us this hand. So,
you meant Josh, right? Not,
yeah,
or,
I meant Josh. Yeah, Josh, we all know that when you win this hand, you don't need to put it into a replayer and show it to us. So we've all got in the back of our mind, this is going to go badly. So it makes it easier for us to find the fold now than it would have at the table.
Let's
But
say
yeah,
we say fold so fast. I mean, I wouldn't love it, but I would hope that I can likely lay it down here.
yeah, yeah. This is against population. This is a good fold.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
And then this hand went better. All right. So
Yep.
here's another
So
one.
now we know. So we're not going to fold now. Okay. So that prejudice is us. All right.
Well, a bit better, not as well as I was hoping. Anyway,
All right.
so yeah, we raise it up with the pocket
Good.
nines
Okay.
and small blind calls.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. So do you want me to?
Yeah.
Do
Just
you
play.
want to? What would you do here?
what does the small blind do?
Oh, he checks. Yeah. And I.
I'm checking.
Yeah. So I checked it back.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm checking on ace high boards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is a checking. This is a check in both of our models.
Yeah. Like if I had ace 10 here, I'm checking.
So check it and then drill the 9, which is nice, right?
Yep.
Perfect.
And they bet 12.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah.
perfect. So what are you doing here?
Raising.
You huge raise. At least 6 to 8x raise. If not,
Oh, that big. How big's that? Then you're going
like at
60?
least no 6x 6 is what
72.
70, at least like somewhere between 75 and 120.
All right. Wow. Okay.
Because he's saying he's betting kind of on a large size because it's 14, it's what 16, he's betting 12, so he's saying he either has an ace which is not folding if you raise, or he has some kind of
Yeah.
a draw which is not folding if you raise, or he could have a set here, or he could have two pair here like ace 9 suited.
He has almost no sets that beat you.
Yeah, I would just
Because he
like,
has to flat it. He has to have flatted aces or queens. He could
yeah,
have
this
flatted
is like,
three.
yeah, his range is very strong and it's very that's the word, right? Elastic, meaning like doesn't matter
No,
how big you go,
inelastic. It's inelastic.
it's inelastic.
Right.
So
Some of what he's doing is bluffing. Some of what he's doing here is pure air bluffs.
yeah,
Right.
but we don't care
Those are
about
folding,
that.
right. Those are folding. But the reason I want to say it is those are folding to any size. That's why raising to 30 does you almost nothing. Sam
Yeah,
says that he's not folding any of his draws to these giant sizes. I don't agree, but when he folds a draw, it is not a disaster.
yeah,
If he folds spades, you'd like to get value from the spades, but you want to make him pay the most. And he is saying, I have an ace. He may be lying, but if you believe him, so that's why this raise should be big. Okay, let's see what you do.
Okay. So I raised to 40, which you guys are saying is too small, right?
Yep.
it's definitely too small.
Because all those hands will pay more money. You can just be
Yeah.
greedy. Okay.
Like
Okay,
ace jack
anyway.
is not folding, ace 10 is not folding.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Let's see the
Okay.
river.
So he called got the nuts, right?
Right.
Yeah,
So he checks. How big would you bet here? Right.
Very.
like
Because ace
huge.
jack is not because ace jack only loses in his mind to a strangely played ace king and ace queen. Ace jack and
Yeah.
ace five are the same hand now. So he's going to call off with a lot of his aces. He shouldn't because he's calling for a chop at best, but not less than pot.
Okay.
Just
I
jam
went
all
200.
in. Yes.
All
At
right.
least
2x.
that's the
Right.
right side.
That's good. Yeah, good. Good.
Yeah. Anyway, he folded, so we don't know what he had, but
Okay. Yeah.
Doesn't
And you,
matter. It's fine.
right. And do you see why you can get more money on the turn?
yeah, I should have bet much bigger on the turn, right? Yeah.
Sam says much bigger. I say bigger.
Yeah.
But definitely, but in both cases, yes, bigger.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So now go back to the turn and everybody put in what your turn raise size is going to be here. Okay.
100.
Do I'm doing 65. I don't know if it's right, but that is what I'm actually doing. Brian's doing 75. Dean's doing 85. Larry's doing 45. Larry, you see,
100.
and Sam, I'll put it in for you since you're on your phone. Sam's 100. And having seen all this in the conversation, since Larry, you went in there first, you want to stay on 45 or do you want to go up?
I don't think I can go up any higher. I've been
Okay.
hitting the bong pretty strong.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I would probably go. I think you guys are right. I think probably. I like a 70. I think 70 is the other.
Okay. Excellent. Yep. And
Like,
Dean is on 85. Oh no, Dean is on team bong. Sorry. That's what his B2 was.
I'm just
like,
kidding.
none
Um,
of the A6 of hearts are folding if you make it huge. They're just not folding. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's. I think you're right. I think it's probably better to go bigger.
And if they do, it's not a disaster. All right. You got
yeah,
one
it's
more?
like Ace 10 of hearts not folding. Ace Jack not
Oh, and
folding.
Ace 10 of hearts is not folding.
Ace 6 of hearts is not folding.
No.
Ace any 6 of hearts is not folding. Forget
Absolutely.
this shit.
Right.
Bomb.
And the combo draws are not folding.
No.
The gut shot, the straight up gut shots that bet
Gotcha
King
with a flush draw. Right?
10, King 10 without a flush draw, King 10 with one spade, it might fold. But
Yeah.
there's just so much ace you can get value from.
It's
Okay.
just a huge range that's not folding.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you get the instant fold there for that raise, it was probably bullshit. And the question is, was he going to bet again on the river? Maybe he was. We don't know. But there's just so much value to be gotten.
No, we should just always, yeah,
Right. Now,
always go for the large portion of the range.
right. Now, if you have an ace that you get back there, let's play this hand out with a different hand. You raised in this position ace 10 off. You're here. You could be ace 5 off. You could have ace 5 in the cutoff. You bet ace 5 off and you chose the check line on the flop, which is reasonable. And he bets the 12. I just call.
Yeah.
I'm not raising an ace.
I'm still raising.
You're raising. You're
Still raising, dude.
Are you betting the ace 5?
I'm
But you're
still raising.
Are you betting the flop?
No. So
you're gonna
here's how I'm gonna play here's how I'm
Ace-5.
gonna play these kind of boards. Yeah. Like say I raise king 3 or like 3-4. Those are the hand that I would start bluffing with. Like if I had 3-4, I would
Right.
bomb the flop, bomb the turn, bomb the river.
Okay. I
And then
suggest
my
value.
Yeah, my value hand would be like ace king if I bet the flop.
Right.
And it will be a bomb. Like I would only take a big size here.
Right, but those are your bet flop
when I
bets.
do bet.
So we're in your check back line. I'm going to give you ace 5 offsuit. So ace 5's offsuit on the flop. Are you going to check it back or are you going to bet ace 5 offsuit?
Ace 5, I'm checking.
Good. Now he bets 12 into you and you have ace 5 offsuit. What are you going to do?
Ace 5 I'm calling, but ace 10
Good.
I'm raising.
Okay, good enough. That's what. So that's the difference. Wherever your kicker line is, that because we believe he has a lot of aces here, I'm not raising ace 5, and I'm also not folding it. Ace 5 is the hand that I will get money from when he is just bluffing. Let him bluff twice, because ace 5,
Yeah.
that's how it gets money. Pocket nines gets lots of money when he has an ace. So let's get lots of money when he has an ace, not a little money when he is bluffing.
Yep.
All right, good.
Okay.
Next hand. Are you done? Okay.
I got one more.
Okay, go one more. Yeah.
It
Go.
was alright.
Yeah.
This is
Pretty
kind of
deep
similar.
for a 1-2 game.
Yeah, I don't know why this guy did have 800, and this guy did have 270. Not
Right.
everyone else had 600. I don't know
Right.
why the
Because
program did that.
it's because you put in 600 as your default when you started for your hand.
Yeah, I'm
That's-
not used to it, but
Yeah.
But he did have 272. This
Good.
guy,
Good.
or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah. 15
Check.
into.
I'm okay
Open
with that.
fold.
I'm totally good with that.
I think you can go
Yeah, it
bigger
was
here.
7,
You've got a very
4
wet
quarters.
board. I mean, in theory, we go small here on flop, but
Yeah. There's a reason to bet 10, and on this board, and there's a reason to bet 30 on this board.
we don't
And-
need to balance our sizing here. And I think I go pot if not overbet.
Okay.
I'm checking.
I'm not
What's
checking.
your
I'm not checking.
that's an interesting choice. What's your reason for checking?
I'm checking. It's a wet dynamic board. Like, I'm hoping the guy in the button will bet.
Yeah, there's only one player to act though.
There's only
Yeah, I don't know if
there's
it's the
only
most
one player.
profitable here on this texture to
Yeah.
rely
But
on other
these-
people to bet.
You're not heads up. He's still betting into 3 players. Yes, they've all checked, but 2 of them were automatic checks. I don't think you're getting enough stabs
I
from them.
mean, you've got a very high SPR here, higher than I can do division. I think you really want to put money in here on this texture.
SPR is 20.
That's why I want to check raise, because the SBR is huge.
All right.
Yeah, but again, I think you're relying on button to bet. I don't know how often
Yeah.
that's going to happen.
This is also 1-2 where everybody plays their draws too passively and basically everything too passively. I just don't rely on them to put money in.
Mhm.
I mean, let's
Yeah, they don't want to put money in unless they've got the nuts, and they
Yeah.
don't like to semi bluff, right?
Yeah.
I would say if I was on the small blind for whatever reason, I had 3 people act behind me, yeah, with one guy left to act. I'm not going to start expect him to start blowing the pot for me and give me a chance to check.
Yeah.
Now, on your sizing, I want to see if anybody disagrees with this. My belief is I can come up with a good reason to bet 30 here. I can come up with a good reason to bet 10 here. I think that betting 15 is not Valley of Brian. I think 15 does both those things rather than it does each of those things badly. Does anybody think that the 15 is a bad bet because it is too big for 10 and too small for 30? I think it's good because it's bigger than 10 because it's,
I don't think
No,
it's
I don't-
bad. I don't think it's a bad bet. I
Yeah.
just think that on this
Nah.
texture against this many people.
yeah.
I mean, in theory, right? We're supposed to use a small size, but you don't need to balance your sizing theory here.
Nope.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with you.
So I would bet bigger.
Elastic board.
They have
inelastic.
They have
They have a lot
inelastic.
of inelastic hands, so just go bigger.
Yeah.
Into 3 players as well. Yeah, let's go bigger.
So what, like
than small.
25?
I'd go like 30.
Yep.
When everybody folds, they don't have shit, and you aren't really going to get anything anyways.
30,
Call and call.
30 might fold out a 9, 10, 10 jack, jack 9 that doesn't have a suit. And
I think
they're
those are the
all-
last hands that are going to fold. I think you're getting more folds
they're
from like
tons.
8x than 10-9 and all.
Yeah, but they're all. But they're also, some of them are still calling, and this is great. So yep, you get called in 2 places. You have the best hand. We're not worried about anything.
Okay, queen.
Great.
They have quad
card.
queens, fold.
This is a great card. This is such a good card.
They just check again. So how much would you bet here?
All right, let's target their queen X, their flush draws. Their flush draws are gonna become slightly more elastic whenever the board pairs because they're not drawing to the nuts anymore. And the queen X is calling anything. Plus, we can probably get some of the queen X to raise off. Just go like 60.
All right. I bet 50 without even thinking why. And if I thought why, I would say that normally you bet smaller to target if you want to keep the 8 in. You block the 8 so much that the thing you're trying to keep in is the 7, and the
Yeah.
7 is the 7 could fold here against the 2 players. So I think I can go bigger.
I'm going to introduce a controversial,
Yes.
probably unpopular opinion here,
Yes.
and that's that you can pop in some checks here.
To let
You
me-
now have
Boo.
essentially locked up equity. You are acting in position on river, and you have a lot of draws that you would like to actually realize here.
Yeah, but you'd also like to get them to
25.
pay you now before they miss.
Yeah, I know it's controversial. I know that, and I don't think it's something I'm doing every time, but I think sometimes you do want to mix in a check here when you lock down the equity on turn.
So Larry, can I sell you on? I think that's more heads up than multi-way because we want to get them to bluff at our weakness, and it's harder for them to bluff multi-way.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
But on that thought, can I sell you on a 25? Does a 25 do what you want? I mean, for that, I still think that bigger
That's an
is
interesting one, though.
yeah.
That is interesting, though. 25.
25
Yeah, I mean, sure.
You want draws that pay still, but you can keep them so wide here when you have locked up equity. And
you so want them to call a 9 jack here.
yeah, and you're dying for them to hit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
I
that's
don't
what I'm
think
saying is that
I don't think it's a
with
popular opinion, but I think sometimes you want to.
what's the equity that they have if they have a flush draw here? They have
0.
18% equity. So
0% equity.
yes, they have 0% equity, but that's the amount of times that they're gonna
What?
realize
Yeah.
their hand.
Right.
I'm saying, so do we get more? So what's the math on that? If you bet 60 and they call with all their flush draws and then they're only gonna hit, 18% of the time, you're probably better off going with the bigger size and getting them to call now when and paying the bigger size because they're gonna miss so often.
Right.
Yeah,
Does-
I'm
Yeah.
not. I don't think it's something I use often, but I think there
Okay.
is a place for the trap check here.
Okay. All right. Let's see what you do.
I bet 75.
Like, don't hate it at all.
Yeah. Your chart. Yeah. Target
Yeah.
target the rare queen that they have. Not a lot of them, but you're targeting the queen and you're targeting the flush draws more than the gut shots. All right. Let's see if one of them has one of those things.
This guy tank folded the
Boo.
small blind.
No.
Boo.
Yeah. And the big blind just jammed, which was
Oh, great. Great.
Yeah.
So that's the easy call.
Easy call.
Yeah. Snap call.
But
Think you're good.
Perfect.
the problem was the small blind said they folded a straight draw, which is like not what I wanted, right?
Right.
And that's why I was saying to go for that's why I like the $60 sizing, just because they're gonna become more elastic when they can't draw to the nuts.
Yeah.
Which I mean, maybe he still doesn't call for 15 less, but
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
bet an amount. Like a queen would never gonna fold.
yeah, you're good either
So-
way.
The problem here is like in multi-way pot, people doesn't really like raise off with queen jack. If let's say the first guy called, the second guy might not raise off with queen jack. So like I would just bet
But
an
on-
amount like that. A queen is always gonna call, like the flush draw or the straight draw would call, like I don't know, something like 50, I guess.
Because that's what's perfect about when you go slightly smaller, like 50 or 60. If he doesn't raise off his queen jack, he's never folding it on the river, though, except for, the clubs came
Yeah.
in, which kind of sucks. But on a non-flushing board, you're just, now you're not targeting any flushes anymore, and you're just going after the queen X. And then you can just jam.
All right, let's
Yeah.
They're never
let's
folding.
do that size. Go back. Let's just take a look one thing here. So go back for a second. So before he jams, so if you put in 50 here, the 75 in the pot, it's gonna be 125. Let's just say you get called in only one place. So it's 173, and against, let's say you get called by the straight draw and the other guy folds. So the pot's 173 and we've got 500 left. 525. Are we jamming? No.
Like I would always ask, what are their ranges? Like the river, it's a flush, right?
No,
Big jam.
when the river doesn't flush, the river bricks off. So we're only trying to get called by a queen now.
If
All
We
the-
just jam them.
if both guys call,
No, just one caller.
oh, the play
If the
is just a
253
jam.
call, if the
Yeah,
253,
you just
we jam.
because we're obviously not going to target their misdraws and shit.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like
And do we really think they're going to lay down trips? Most of the players
no.
aren't. So let's
So
just
we're
put
jamming.
all
So
the
we're gonna
money
jam
in.
for. So we're gonna jam for 3x pot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is remember the hand that we showed like I don't remember on Monday or Tuesday where I bluffed small on the river when the king paired.
Mm-hmm.
This is the opposite of it.
Yeah.
When you have the value hand, you just fucking rip it. So they
Right.
call you with the trip queens.
Right. So we
Like you
bet.
don't want to rip it on that river.
So we
Huh?
bet 50. We bet 50 here.
Yeah.
And the small blind calls and the big blind folds. That's what happened. The pot's 173 and we've got 525 left. The river is the deuce of hearts. He checks. We are targeting only queens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bet 525 into 170.
I mean, you don't have to. You go. You could go.
I'm asking. I'm not asking I'm not asking sarcastically. It's like
Yeah, I know. Like it just
Wait, how exactly do we have five? What is the pot again? Because he bet 75 here.
no.
And
He's
we get
saying
called
no,
in
no,
one spot.
I'm saying when we take the other line.
yeah.
Oh,
If we
oh,
bet
oh, we go 50.
50 and only the small blind calls.
Right.
Okay, so small blind calls, we bet 50 with 170 in the middle. Yeah, what the hell else are we going to target?
Right.
I mean, he doesn't
Yeah.
have a lot of 8x, obviously, so there's no point in targeting that. 7x isn't calling shit. So, yeah, let's just
Flush
jam
draws aren't
because they're
calling.
not laying down queens.
Right.
Yeah, but he's saying like we have 520 into a pot that's 170.
Yeah,
Maybe he folds
it
the
doesn't matter.
queen.
Okay, well then if you think that there's a possibility, it depends on the player, obviously. If you're playing with a
Yeah.
guy, like there's certain players that maybe I would go 350
Right.
against, but I wouldn't go all in against. But there's also certain players that I know they're never, ever, ever folding three of a kind, and that's the only thing that's worth
But we're not
targeting. So let's fold.
but we're not
Let's
gonna
jam.
bet right, but we're not gonna bet 170 or 200
Fuck
to try
no.
to call
No, there's no
by
point.
I
Yeah.
feel like 250 is the absolute minimum, and
Okay.
even 250 is so thin because you think they're folding. Like I think if they're calling 250, they're calling 300.
Okay. That works. And the last question on this is, are they checking a queen back on the river when the flush doesn't get there? Get your with
Probably a weak queen, maybe.
queen jack, queen 10.
Queen 10, do you think so? They're going to come out. I think a lot of players are going to come out and bet too on the river.
They're going to do some check
Yeah.
raising. They're going to check raise the turn.
Yeah, they're going to check raise the turn. And
Yeah.
if they didn't check raise the turn, they're probably going to donk the river for
Yes.
a large size, if not all in.
Right. So given that, do we then target pocket nines? Given that we now say that they don't have as much queen, do you want to now make an adjustment to
I wouldn't
target
make
nines?
I wouldn't make that adjustment because I think they get there with so much more weak queen X than they're
Okay.
supposed to. That
Okay.
isn't going to donk jam,
All right.
but will call a massive size.
Sounds good. Okay. I like that hand. Thank you.
Okay, I'll give it back now.
Okay. Let's
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's look at some of this fun. Poker tracker. Let's look at marked hands. And we're gonna we'll go from the most recent ones. Here we go. Most recent marked hands. All right. Replay hands. I don't think we need to do this, but we're going to. There we go. And up first, we're going to go in this order. Let me make a little order thing here. No. All right, Larry, you are up, and you don't get to do this hand. So we can see it. Let me do this. All right. There we go. Now you get to do the hand because you don't see it.
All right.
The Brian, Rain, Josh. Do we have anybody else? Okay. Larry, you're up. You got Ace King. Congratulations. You play
Yeah,
so.
let's open ace kick.
All right, we open. We get called in position.
So we got called position, and we're playing now in the middle of the sandwich.
No, we're just out of position. It's only 2 players.
Oh, sorry. I thought the one of the blinds was in. So this is the most checked configuration in poker. In theory, however, we have a very good hand. King high board, we're going to bet a lot. However, I still like a check raise here.
Okay. We check. He bets.
Now, this is an obligatory check raise to between 12 and 15.
Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah,
Small, but all right.
no, it's fine. And
It's
so
called.
he calls.
Okay.
So when he calls, what's his range? He's got a lot of king X. He might have some like obviously Jack 10. King Queen is probably in his range, but he has a lot of weaker Jack X, and that's what we're going to try to target. I'm sorry, weaker King X.
Right.
And
And a
that's
little
what we're going to
queen.
try to target.
A little queen. Queen Jack. Queen 10. He might not have
Queen
folded it
Jack,
yet.
yeah. Some people are going to be sticky with their Queen Jack.
Oh,
So I think kind of default sizing here is 3/4. So yeah, about this.
all right. He calls.
Calls. We love that hand. That now counterfeits. Yeah, we counterfeit what? We don't counterfeit anything.
Nope. We still lose. We still
Yeah.
lose to King 7 and
Yeah.
King Queen.
Yeah, we don't counterfeit anything. This is still a value hand, but
Yep.
it's. I think we can shove actually. Yeah.
Wait,
Folds.
no, no,
Can't fold. You can't shove. We can't shove here for 87.
I wouldn't shove.
Okay.
I think he's kind of weak as he gets here. Not weak, but like I don't think he has hands that are calling all in. I think he's calling a big bet though. What is he? Does he have like with King X? He can have draws still, obviously, but let's just target King X. See, bam. That's crazy. It's a good fold on him.
Well,
Well, yeah. I mean, the texture doesn't allow for a lot of bluffs.
yeah. And
Yeah.
here's
Maybe
the,
around like Jack 10 or like Ace 10.
here's the
That hand's
thing.
never folding if we go like 40, right?
No, he's not folding for 40. That was a mistake. Here's the thing that I think in his play was really good. And that is realizing that the little bit of king that he beat before is now a chop at best.
Yeah.
If he somehow got here with king 9 of diamonds or king 10 of diamonds, now this deuce saves him because he chops with the other king jack. Now he can't even win against the king 10 and the king 9. It's only a chop. And he
Yeah, that's
loses
a good
to the
point.
king queen and the ace king. And all the sets and all the pocket aces.
Good point.
Yeah, so good for him for seeing that. Bastard. All right, up next is Brian.
We
All right. You got pocket queens.
have to fold.
All right.
We're gonna go 4 big blinds because you get to open bigger in the small blind.
Yep. I'm gonna go to 3 online and 4 live. So I go
Okay.
3.2. There we go.
3.2. See, that's the middling size right there, Scott. Oh my gosh, I flopped a good hand in Scotty World. This is crazy.
It's crazy.
Oh man, what do I do now? I don't know what to do with a good hand. Um, Pot small. I'm gonna check.
Okay. You're going to check. And are you going to check to check raise and maximize fold equity? Or are you going to check to check call and sandbag? And
No, I'm going for the
but
raise because
okay.
I want to get. Well, I don't actually. You know what? I take that back. I don't actually want to check raise with top set. I think I'd rather just go bet, bet, bet because it makes it much harder for him to continue.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. Bet.
that
And
that's
you get raised. You get raised.
okay. What is his range that raises me? I don't think he has a ton of Queen X, so I think we're pretty much just looking at a lot of draws here and possibly other sets in two pairs, like bottom two. Not, I mean, he still has 7-5 in his range. He has tons of hearts in his range. He has a lot of inelastic hands. So we are gonna go bet three bet because I don't slow play shit. Um,
What
we're gonna
size?
go to so if we just called here, we would have what in the pot?
Six.
16 in the pot with how much behind? Yeah, screw that. Let's go to like 20.
Okay. That's like 20. It isn't 20, but it's like 20. So
Yeah.
same idea.
All right. And he gets the call, and we got 37 in the pot, 97 behind.
Right. The
All right.
only we don't want to see a heart, and we don't love seeing a four, a three a little bit, but mainly a four. Mainly a four is what we don't want to see. We don't love an eight, and we
I
don't
don't
love
hate it. I don't hate.
those. Those
Yeah, no, you're right.
those are the
You're
hands
right.
we
Four
don't
sounds great.
love. We don't four heart four and nine are our top bad cards.
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst card in the deck.
There you go, Brian. That card sucks so
Jesus, you
bad.
have literally you have
Oh,
given me so much garbage whenever I play your hands that now I don't even know what to do.
I know this is so bad because he doesn't, because now we can't. What are we targeting? Jesus.
Flush draws.
Yeah, flush draws. What will a flush draw call?
Um, mm, okay, so we're in that spot again where he's not drawing to the nuts anymore. So, and he's definitely kind of fishy, it looks like. Oh, you only have 10 hands. Never mind. Um, I think this is unfortunately gonna be a hand that we're not gonna be able to get all the money in unless he gets there.
Yes.
So let's make sure he doesn't fold any of his flush draws that are drawing
Yeah.
stone dead.
And straight draws. And straight draws. Let's keep those
Yeah.
too.
He still has sets in his range that just made a boat, but we're getting all the
They're
money
gonna
in with
they're
those
gonna
anyways.
they're raising.
So let's go to like I think 25, 30, 27 is the right size if flush draw doesn't fold yet.
Okay. I'm going smaller because I don't want a gut shot to even fold. So you're going 27.
You think he went
I'm going
bet?
50, I'm
He
going
went
15 I'm going 15 to 20 here.
okay.
No, I'm going 24. I lied.
Okay. Scotty, can't you just play the hands the way I want to play them?
I did. I did. What's your size? Wasn't that the size you said? 25? Oh, I'm
I said
sorry. I'm sorry that I
27.
went 20.97 and not 25. Jesus. All right. Any folds.
I folded.
Let's see if it. What is it? What the fuck?
My ears are about to blow up.
What what the actual fuck did he fold?
No way he folded that. That's
No
crazy.
way.
I wouldn't fold there. Damn, I was dead wrong. 27's terrible then if he's folded in a fucking
My God.
flush draw.
I mean, he's getting 28%.
Yeah.
That's true.
He's not drawn to the nuts and it's a paired board.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
maybe we just go what does he need to call?
He needs a binky is what he needs. Okay, go on,
Shit.
Brian.
Wow. That sucks. I'm just trying to
Shocked.
it sucks. What does he do? So what? Maybe we go like super. Maybe we go like directly the size that gives people odds to call. Because like normally you'd want to give them unpop. Like you want to make them make bad plays.
All right.
So let's give him great odds to draw to his hand that's dead.
15.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe because what, 15? If you have 15, that's like a little bit less than half pot. At half pot, you need 25, you need 17, uh, 33, 20, 25. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you like 15 is probably the right size then. Because I mean, it's still technically a little bit unprofitable, but I don't think he's gonna fold to 15 big blinds here.
All right. So now let me point out one thing on this particular hand. We do counterfactuals all the time. Assume that I go to 15.
Hmm.
Here's what happens. He calls, right?
Hmm.
And then everyone on this call roasts me for betting too small. Look at
No,
his.
you're
He has a pair and a
well.
flush draw. He's never folding for 25. You left 10 on the table.
That's true. I probably would have been like, "You suck, Scotty. You're the worst player ever. You should be down at the 1-2 table."
Exactly. All right. Up next is Lane. Wow. Wow. I don't even think this is a good fold by him, by the way.
No, that's a terrible fold.
It's a great fold against my
It
hand.
just that hand reduces your value combos. You have plenty of hands that can be bluffing here. I
Yes.
mean, like
It's blind
you
versus
when
blind.
yeah,
Like
this
if
is
you
just
didn't three bet the flop, would you consider checking?
Oh, wait a minute. It was bet three bet. I
Right? You
forgot.
three
No,
bet
this is
the
not a
flop.
bad. This is not a bad play by him. He raised the flop. I forgot.
but you did such a little pussy size.
I, I know, but I know, but this does reduce my bluffs tremendously. So he should give me a queen here. But I still don't think he should fold a flush draw there. All right, good enough.
Dean, you're right, but we don't need to have any. We don't need to balance our bet three bet bluffing range.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. His fold now. I forgot that this was a bet three bet. Okay, Ryan, you have this hand.
All right.
More
See.
pocket
Another
queens.
queens.
Yes.
And okay. Let's see. So we three bets. Three
Yep.
bet to like 9, 10 big blinds, something like that. Yeah.
We go 10. He calls. He checks.
Um.
We're probably not going to have quads on the skimp board.
No. Um. So what's his range? He probably has quite a few aces, but I would want to bet small, like
Okay, you're
without a
going to
small
bet like,
bet,
and what's
like
what size?
like a third.
Okay. And then I'll give you an exploit here that exists. This is not a
Right.
solver exploit. This is a hungry horse exploit, which is
Okay.
on ace high boards. We are overbetting or checking, either one. Nothing in between.
Okay.
This hand doesn't want to overbet, so therefore this hand checks. That is not,
Right.
you don't have to play that way. It is an exploit and it is a
Okay.
simplification that will not fuck you. I don't
Okay.
play it that way, but that's why I checked. But
Okay.
that's
Right. I mean, like the what I come from, like all the stuff I've been looking at is been like 99% GDO stuff so far. So
okay. So in
um
GTO world, in a simplified GTO world, if you get to describe your hands as they are premium, marginal made,
yeah.
draw,
So
and junk.
this
Those four. What is this hand? Premium, marginal made, draw, or junk?
I'd say it's like between like a marginal and a premium.
No, it's not. There's nowhere near premium because
No, because
when
of the
he
ace.
when he calls you, when he continues, his aces have you crushed, his eights have you crushed, and you are beating jacks and nines and sevens might even fold. So in
Right.
that world, this is marginal.
Right. Yeah.
It's one of the better marginal ones. It's better than jacks when it goes check check all the way down. The marginal hands are the ones that when it goes check 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 check, you probably win all the time.
Yeah. Yes.
The premiums are the
Right.
ones that when you get called, you win most of the time. And I would say no. And premiums
All
can
right.
can handle raise. So the reason you would bet this is if this is a range bet board. That's because you bet your marginal hands when the board is a range bet board. Betting every hand in range.
Yeah.
I don't think this
Yeah.
is. So with that in mind, now let's check that out here. Let's check it in a solver. since we want to play, since you're looking to learn to do it as GTO style, let's do it as GTO style. We are cut off. We raise our queens. The big blind is the one who calls. The flop is ace 8-8, and it is rainbow, diamond, spade, heart. Not that it matters, but sometimes it'll be interesting. Diamond, spade, heart. He checks range, and we bet across our range, but we do not bet
Yeah.
range. And queens mixes because
Right.
GTO always mixes.
Between, yeah.
Yeah. And we
Right.
do not see reverse linear here. They're all, so nines is 40%, tens is 41, jacks is 40, queens is 40, kings is the one. So
I
kings
would
is the most
never,
reverse linear.
I would never want to bet this hand on this board because aces are just going to be so.
Yeah.
This is going to be a hand where they're just not going to raise strong hands so
Yeah.
often here.
So GTO, not a mistake to bet.
But
And in the simplified GTO strategy, let's do this with it. Let's check the queens and the kings, and let's bet the nines and the tens. Let's do that if we're going to
and
simplify.
the jacks you also bet
Or yeah, like that.
okay.
So if you're trying to get these GTO frequencies, but you're not trying to mix frequencies, let's do it that way. All right. It's not super reverse linear, but at least it picks up that the kings do it bet the least. All right. Now, if he checks again, he bets. He bets big.
Right. So we didn't bet anything, right? We didn't bet on the flop. So like, would we have bet if we had an ace, like a good ace, like an ace king or something? We probably would have bet, right? So
We do a lot of betting of our
like
aces.
our good aces.
Hmm.
And this is quite a big bet. I could see a fold being
Mhm.
being
And
like,
yeah, so
at least that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Yep.
But
we're never raising. Is that correct? No one on the call is raising, right?
yeah, definitely not raising.
Definitely not raising. We do some calling, and when we call, we're basically in Fifth Street chicken mode, right?
Right.
Spade comes, we definitely fold on the river. If a spade doesn't come, we probably fold on a river.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I just folded right there. How about that? To another thing where the check on the flop fucked me. But at least I got the fold there. Okay. I think I folded those. I think I folded against the pocket fives also. Or no, maybe I didn't. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Okay. There we go. So there's the fold. Brian.
Yeah.
You have ace jack, and it's been raised to you from the hijack.
Wow, we only had 8 hands. What am I supposed to call here? I only three
Like
bet.
that concept is so foreign to you. What I'm supposed to call?
I don't call, so I don't. I guess you can call here with a 2.5.
Yeah. And we also have, I'm sure we mix some raises. Let's just look at the 2.5 once and then move on. All right. 2.5. There you are. Hey, 2.5. Come here. Come here, 2.5. 2.25. All right, fine. Now make me change this. Change to 2.5. He is the hijack, right? Yes. Fold, hijack, raises. And we are in the big blind with ace jack. Yep. Nice mixy.
Okay. Yep. Well, we don't know enough about him to start three betting him,
So we
but I
call.
would call pretty light.
Yep. All right.
All right. We are out of position. We're gonna go check here.
You bet small.
We're just gonna call.
Okay. Oh, and then we're
Okay, we're
checking.
gonna check. We're gonna check one more time.
He checks back.
Oh my goodness, I wanted to raise him if he went small. All right. Now we get a 6 on the river. We are betting for value here.
Right.
What is his range? I don't think he has a lot of ace X, but he has hands like kings, jacks, tens. He's got queen X. Obviously his flushes they got there, but I don't think he has a ton of flushes that are gonna. I mean, he's probably gonna continue with a lot of them.
Yeah.
What can we get value? I don't think he has a ton of super strong hands here, so let's go like 7 big blinds.
Oh, okay. 7 big blinds to target a queen.
Yeah, it's a tiny little pot.
Okay, that's true. That's true. It's a tiny little pot. All right, let's see what I do. And then there's the other thing is overbet to overbet to get him to fold an ace because remember you're chopping with aces. Your jack doesn't play.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't want to overbet into a range that's technically uncapped
No.
here.
So you were going to bet
Still,
7, and I went
you're always
to
wrong size.
silly size. All right, and he had a hand that was never called. Oh,
Oh, so we went too big for a queen.
queen!
All right,
He,
dude, this is online.
I
I
do
need
not.
to
What is?
live. You are never getting a fold there.
No, no. What is? What are with these people? Who are these people?
All right, well, we need to go smaller for value against players with value against players like him and big with bluffs.
Yeah. And again, if he had called the queen, you would have said I left a blind and a half on the table. He would have called 7. All right, here we go. All right.
Well, he's opening too wide, so we need to 3-bet next time. I guess
Queen
that's not too wide.
from the
I'm so
hijack
used to
mixes. It
I'm
mixes.
used to 5x open, so at this
Yeah.
point my
Yeah,
2.5x is like lost.
he's fine. Now in his bluff catching checklist, he should say that does he beat value? No. What bluffs do I have that make sense?
And this is the most profitable line usually would be
Right.
that we bet the flop, check the turn, and then bluff catch the river.
At the river, except the
But
problem
when I
is,
go bigger on a
yeah,
nut changing card, then yeah.
yeah. The problem in his bluff checking checklist is that he doesn't beat any queen. His kicker
Yeah, that's true.
doesn't play either. So he's playing for a chop off a queen, loses to an ace, loses to flushes. What did I continue? What did I call the flop with that he can beat? King Jack, King 10. That's what he can beat.
Hmm.
Can't beat hearts anymore. Deuce 4, Deuce 5, 4 5.
Maybe we use our own line against ourselves here in the
And
situation that we just go half pot here
betting
with
against him.
the yeah, because like I actually like if I was playing live and I went which I probably wouldn't have bet the flop because I'd had a marginal hand on the ace high board, I would, but like I say, it's king queen 3, and I had queen 10. I bet the flop, check the turn, and then when he bets the river for half pot, I'm just gonna snap call every time. But in the situation where he goes for over pot or close to pot, then I'm gonna start considering folding. So maybe we
Okay.
go exploit myself and do a half pot bet here to get value from our showdown.
Half pot or just slightly under to make sure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That works. All right. Up next is Josh, if he is still here. I believe Josh is gone. No, Josh is still here. Josh, you are up next.
Hi.
All right. I am getting the shit exploited out of me by these people folding. All right. King Jack on the button. 150 big blinds deep.
Make it 9. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's do that. He checks it to you.
Kind of like 7 or something.
Okay. Tell me why. I'm not going to argue with you that you're wrong. Just give me your thinking of what you're doing it for.
Just so he can fold out any stuff that's just random stuff that can make a pair later on a later street, right?
Okay.
But
All right. I'll go 7. He calls. Oh, this just got easy. It might have been hard before. Now it's easy. He checks. What would you like to do?
check.
For God's sakes, check. Yes, we got that. All right. 10. Time for the bluff catching checklist. He bets 5.
5. Oh. I mean, it's an easy call, right? But I mean,
Right.
you're gonna do anything crazy? Yeah, I would just call. I mean,
Right. Now, here's the thing about this. I want to just say, I totally agree. This is a call and not a raise. You're going to lose this hand, right? You expect to lose this hand.
yeah,
Yeah. And that's
most of the
okay.
time, yeah.
Most of the time. The vast majority of the time, you're going to lose this hand. And that's fine. Because to profit from this, you only have to win 1 out of 7 times. This is profitable. You're going to lose this all the time. And so when you lose, don't feel bad about your play. 1 out of 7 is what you're aiming for. As a matter of fact, you break even at 1 out of 9. So we're fine. We call and we lose, just like you expected to.
Hmm.
Anybody folding this river exploitatively saying, "Oh no," and anybody raising this river? Sam's not here to raise.
What was
I
the
think the spot
action?
odds make a call very compelling.
I think he's
Yeah,
yeah,
this Ray seems a little bit unnecessary. I
yeah,
considered it, but it seems unnecessary when they go that tiny.
yep, yep. Well, that's what they're inducing a spaz. And by the way, I don't think the bluff was going to work.
Did you call King Jack on the button?
No, I raised it
Pre-flop?
pre-flop. Yeah, I raised to 9.
Okay.
All right, now let's take a look at the fun of this one in the world of solver. He raises, and he is in the hijack. We're on the button. Hijack raises button. We've got king jack off suit. We've got some 3 bets. We've got some folds. We got lots of folds. Why would we want to take this particular one against this particular player? We wouldn't. I don't think this. I think this is a better fold now because we're deeper, and so we want the offsuit hands go down in value. So I think this is a lovely thing. Let's see if there's anything that like something strange happens at 3. Yeah, it happens more. We do the raise more at 3. So I took it. And the way we're going to play it out is hijack raises, buttons still got some king jack. Oh, well, we're done. We're done with looking at it. Poker coaching doesn't do it. So I'll burn this one. Let's burn this one. Here we go.
All right, guys, gotta go. Guys, good luck this weekend.
Bye. All right.
All right, Brian, talk to you on Monday.
All right, see you.
Let's do it. Take the line. Hijack calls with his ace queen suited, which is perfectly fine. Oh, okay. I got to do it 9-handed to get this solution. Here we go. One more time on this thing. I don't think he's going to have that tiny bet ever, but that's fine. All right, here we go. Hijack raises. Button, king jack. It exists. We 3-bet him. He calls. Let's see if we have any of this bet on the flop with this hand. That's what I think is we probably don't bet this on that time. 8-6 of clubs, ace of diamonds. 8-6 of clubs, ace of diamonds. He checks range like a boss. King jack off. We can bet, and it's nice to have what suit do we want to have? So first of all, we've got Jack of clubs, we can do it. And our hand is the King of hearts, Jack of clubs, which is a perfectly fine get away from me. King of hearts, Jack of clubs lives, where are you? There you are. Oh, it always bets. That's cute. So it always bets the 1/3 pot. Nice instinct. Good job, Josh. And when you bet it, we always shut down on the turn, I'm assuming. So we will bet with his ace queen. He calls like a boss. Turn is the jack of doesn't matter. His ace queen now does a tiny bit of donking, but the main line is check. Our king jack becomes marginally made and goes, oh, yes, we are always checking now. What the hell were you thinking? So this is fine. And then the river is the deuce of monkeys, 10 of monkeys. And now his ace queen suited rarely bets. So he goes for it. So it exists in range, but it isn't what a solver would do with this. His size is 5 into 33, right? So he's betting just under 1/6 of the pot. So that's about 16%. So he's betting. So we'll look at it with the 9. He bets 9, and we turn it into a bluff sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But we never fold. We're not folding. We do a lot of turning it into a bluff. And the hands that we would like to have when we do it most is the king of clubs. I don't care why. All right. When he goes this size, 35, our bluffs go way down in frequency, but we still don't, and we do a little bit of folding. Our specific combo was heart club, and it always calls. So there you go. All right. After Josh, it is Dean.
Okay,
You got pocket jacks, Dean.
sweet. Fuck. Hmm. Hmm. What to do?
Yep.
Do you just flat or do you four bet them?
Those are the questions.
Wonder what you do.
Or bet and fold. I flatted. All right. And that's kind of good.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
up in position and not in the sandwich. We invited the sandwich, but like that. All right, here we go. That's easy.
Yeah.
Check.
Check.
Yes.
Oh, hey, check again. Sweet.
Huh. Now, do we try to get a queen to fold after taking this line?
Or just be happy to win against tens, nines, eights.
Yeah, let's just be happy to try to win against 10s, 9s, and 8s. Oh,
Oh, wow.
Jesus God.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, you got min value.
Wow.
Absolute minimum value there from you.
Oh, that was unexpected.
Yeah.
All right. Who,
It's like,
all
no,
right.
I don't bet at all.
Who put him on aces? All right. Ren, I believe you're up next. Let me see who's up next. It was Dean. We're back to Larry.
All right.
All right. Larry, you have 7-8 offsuit. Why is this hand even here?
Fold.
Of course we're folding. I don't know how that hand got there. All right. All right. After Larry, it is. Okay. Here, King Jack.
Let's open King Jack.
All right. We open. Get called. Flop nothing.
He checks to us.
Yeah.
I think we just check back, see what happens on
Okay, let's do
turn.
that. Check back and see what happens on the turn. 4 cards straight. He checks.
Checks. I think we got so we're at the bottom of our range. This just slams him though. His VPIP is 56 over what looks like 9 hands.
Yeah.
Um, this is just too good for his range. I just check.
Okay. Spades come in.
Give it to him.
All right. Give it to him.
His answer.
Bluffing with the best hand.
Bluffing with the best hand.
Yeah. We could have taken it away from him, but that would not have been.
I mean, that range just.
Things had to be right.
But he's playing half of hands. But
Yeah. He's playing half the hands, and we lost 2.5 big blinds. That's what we lost. It was not a single bet. We're fine. Okay. There we go. We lost Brian, so we're back to Rein.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Pocket
Uh,
nines.
Right. Nines. I think. Wait, that's the cutoff raising.
Yep.
Might be a raise. I think it's a raise, right?
I
Raise.
don't think we have much raises there at nines. We definitely never fold. That's obvious. So
Yeah, no,
mixing folds and
definitely.
raises. Let's see what the version of it is. First of all, if you raise this, I don't think you're making a huge mistake. He has got 65 big blinds, so our medium-sized pocket pairs like this go up in value. He is playing a lot of hands, and he's raising a lot of them, so sure, not a bad choice. Let's
Right.
just see what the world. Well, first of all, let's see. If I raise, then we're going to play it out as a raise. We play it as a call, so let's first
Yeah.
check the raise. So 3 big blinds, land, cutoff raises. How often is nines a raise?
Almost never.
Almost never. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
All
10
right. Yeah.
value, and then it's the little freak bluffs are down here because they benefit
Right.
from it. Yeah, but you're not torching. I mean, if you look
Yeah.
at
No.
yeah, if
It's only like 0.001 less
yeah,
than calling.
yeah, it's fine. But this is
So,
the
all
line.
right. Yeah. Okay. Looks so check.
Good. We check. He checks behind. Great.
Okay. So two doesn't really change too much unless he has like 4 5, right? He could, which we could both have.
Mm-hmm.
So there could be an argument to stab, like a small stab.
All right.
But I could also see just checking
Right.
being a good option.
Yeah. I would claim that that as played, he has a lot less 4-5 by percentage than we do because I think that he bets a lot of his 4-5 on the flop. If you open 4-5 suited, you're an aggressive enough player that you bet the draw. Whereas I
Right.
might be going for a check raise with my 4-5 or check call, and I didn't get an opportunity to.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So
Check.
yeah, you check back.
I went check. This is great.
Yeah.
And we're probably calling a bet as long as there isn't a jack, queen, or king, right? We're probably
Um.
calling a bet.
Yeah.
Oh, now okay. This is great. Okay. So do you want to block bet here with third pair?
Um. Probably not.
Me either. Me either. I have a 9 of diamonds, which is nice. If I turn
Yeah.
this into a bluff, I'm not getting an ace to fold. And every other hand that's out there I probably beat. So
Yeah.
check. He bets 3.
Um, it's probably a fold.
Interesting. I'm never folding this. Maybe I should, but I never am. Anybody else folding here? Larry, Josh, do we have any folds? Oh, it's 12. I didn't realize how late it was. Okay, this will be our last hand. Or
Okay.
we'll
I
go from
would
the
just
seat.
call. It's a tiny bet.
Yeah,
I would just call, and
yeah, me too.
if you lose, so be it.
Yeah, great. Okay, wonderful. Okay, let me just answer this real quick, and then we'll do like 2 more hands and be done just to get through. Sweetheart, can I call you back in like 4 minutes? Okay, love you. Bye. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I like this call better. This makes sense. That was Ryan. So we have Josh, and then we have Dean, and we're done. And Dean is gone, so we have Josh. Last hand.
Okay.
Oh, we don't have to do that because we showed it down. Okay, here we go. Last hand. We're gonna just see what they play. So this isn't gonna count. Let's just see what they played it with. Opens kings. Ace queen doesn't 3-bet him. Ace jack does. Let's see how this ends up. Terrible for them. He 4-bets. Small, good. Tiny bit smaller than needed, I think. But
Yeah, right.
still
I
good.
would go bigger, but
Not much. Yeah. 4-bet in position, he, is like 2.3x would be the normal thing. So 30, uh, 0.3. Yeah. So 33 would be 2.1.
yeah. Is this online? I mean, like
It's fine.
live people. If
This is on.
someone free bets you live and you 4-bet them, they hardly ever fold. Like
Yeah. Yep. He didn't fold. Yeah. So I think he can go 35. 35 is fine. But he does this fine. He makes sure he gets the call. Check, bet, fold. All right. That was just want to see what that was. All right. Here's your hand. 10 king.
okay.
Do you want to open this or you want to fold this?
I would just fold it, to be honest.
Okay.
People, these live tables, they all call you. You get 5 callers, and then
Right.
you got if it was suited, of course I'd raise it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
The unsuited, I would just fold.
Yeah. It's mostly a fold. It's mostly a fold. But it's not a mistake. So I took it.
Okay.
And this is why I put this in so weird. This is what's so weird. This is obviously a fold to a 3-bet, right? Of course this is a fold to a 3-bet. Do you fold to this 3-bet?
You can't fold to that, can you? It's just
And I'm not going to.
people do the weirdest stuff.
Yeah, do the weirdest stuff.
What was he thinking? What's the thought behind that then?
We're going to find out. We're going to see what his hand was. That's why we're doing it. We get to
Okay.
see the model. So we see these all the time, this weird stuff. We're going to see how one particular guy played it. And then we'll be done.
Great.
Sometimes you like poker. He checks.
Okay. I mean, I want to go like pot, but probably like 8 is good, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm tempted to just go 15, but
Okay. I know what I'm
but,
going to do. I'm going to go 4 to 5 here.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's better probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Weird hands, yeah.
Right. Now I've kept in because I expected to get raised by pocket aces here, which would be fine. And when it's pocket kings, so be it.
Yes, yeah, right.
What I've done here is I've made it very attractive for all the broadways to stay in, and they all have equity against me. So any ace, jack, or queen is a very bad card for me. A 9 is not a great card, but I'm okay with it. And every other card is good for me. If a 5 comes, technically I now lose to aces, but I'm not worried about aces as played. Ace is interesting. I think I still have the best hand. He checks. Even against 2 players, I still think I have the best hand. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you have the best hand a lot, not always. I mean, I think there's a load of draws as well, so I would just bet like half or something and see what happens. So maybe that's wrong.
No, I'm betting here, and I think I'm going to bet closer to 25. Let's see. And then
Okay.
if the 52 jams on me, I'm calling it off. So I bet smaller than that. There we go. They both fold. All right, let's see what they had and be done. So, weird pocket nines.
Yeah.
You know why? And 10 jack with a pair and a gut shot to a half pot bet, not closing the action with the flush draw out there. Yeah, probably a good fold from him. All right.
All right. Thanks for the session. We will
See
talk to you on
y'all.
Monday then, right?
See y'all on Monday.